Hey, everyone. I'm Tori Pop. I'm the festival manager for the Winnipeg Fringe Theatre Festival, and I am so happy to welcome you here to our 2020 Virtual Yours #Winnipeg Fringe live stream event. It's certainly strange not having the 33rd annual Fringe take place this summer, and I know I'll definitely miss seeing some familiar faces running from venue to venue in the Exchange District, but I know that the performers, patrons, volunteers, and staff are all going to miss the fun and excitement of our favorite summer festival. But we are pleased to be able to bring you this online event, and we'll be featuring some returning Fringe performers, some new performers, and some new content, some original content made just for tonight, to hopefully feel a little bit of that Fringe spirit that we're maybe going to miss a little bit this summer. So I'd just like to give a big shout out to our government funders for their continued support of the festival that's allowed us to put on this great event. And thank you to two of our dedicated sponsors, Mart and Assiniboine Credit Union, for helping us to make this happen. We also receive so much support from our community throughout the year. So thank you to our 2019 sponsors and supporters, and we hope to have you back in 2021. So that's enough for me. I'm very excited to introduce your host for this evening. You've seen him on stages around Winnipeg and across Canada, and he's been a dedicated and important staff member of the Fringe since 2008. So please welcome Ray Strawn.
The Winnipeg Fringe Theatre Festival and Royal Manitoba Theatre Centre are proud to call Winnipeg home. Winnipeg is located on Treaty 1 land, the traditional territory of the Innu, Anishinaabe, and Dakota peoples, and homeland of the Métis Nation. We are thankful for the benefits sharing this land has afforded us, and we are committed to the responsibilities of the treaty. Hai, Miigwech, Wopida, and Marci. Here we are, day 3. It kind of feels like Fringe. I'm getting a little tired, but at the same time, I'm going on those fumes, and we have an amazing night. I have an amazing co-host, two co-hosts that I've known for years. This is like all the way back since University of Manitoba Black Hole Theatre days. So I'm absolutely excited to have them both from Hunks. Joining me right now, I have Tim Gray.
Hey, everybody. Hey, Ray.
How's it going?
It smells like day 3 of Fringe here.
No, personally.
It smells great. I'm talking about myself.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah. We all smell a little fringy.
Yeah, and that's okay. We've been working hard trying to put theater on the internet.
Yeah. And later on, we'll be joined by Dana. So I'm excited to have both of them here. Don't forget, be active out there in virtual land. This is Virtual Fringe. Post everywhere. Post on Instagram. Instagrams. That's the way we say it. Instagrams. Hashtag WPG Fringe. Give us some likes. Follow us. Subscribe on YouTube. The more followers, the more likes, the more comments, the more everyone sees it out there. So be active. Say hello. Hey, I love you too, Barb. How are you? Haven't showered since Saskatchewan. Right on, Natara. Much love to all of you. Tonight's going to be a good night, so please be active. Yeah. Who do we have tonight?
Tonight we got a crazy good lineup of performers that include Snafu, Society of Unexpected Spectacles, Epidermis Circus, that's coming up first. And then we got Kiss the Draft Productions, Zero Context, legendary Fringe group. And then we have Francis Conkin, Journalism with Francis Conkin. Of course, after that, Improvision with Improvision Taste the Accordion. That's a nice little nod to Weird Al, I think. Dynamic Lunchbox Entertainment, Random Times with a Memoir. And then after that, we got a live performance from Tommy Douglas Keenan with Laura Olafson on the outdoor stage here. And then we're going to finish it all up with some comedy from Hunks. That's my sketch group.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. How long have Hunks been going for now?
Hunks has been operating in Winnipeg since 2015. And we've been, we started off doing a monthly show at the Park Theatre. You know, we wrote a new hour every month, and we'd feature a different act, like, you know, festival favorites like Hot Thespian Action, Outside Joke, that kind of stuff. And we've been involved with the Fringe since we got started, and it's always been the most fun, you know, because you just get to do, you know, 7 or 11 shows in a 2-week period, and it's just like exactly what we want to be doing, performing live for audiences who are there to see comedy and laugh and share that experience of live comedy, live theater, and Yeah, so this is our first year not doing the festival. Obviously, we are doing this, so we got something special lined up for tonight. When COVID happened and we all had to go into our holes, we had all these live shows we had to cancel, and we had all this content that we're working on. So we decided to do a weekly YouTube show called Skit or Die.
Nice.
And we featured videos from performers all across Canada and North America, even as far as like Lee White in Germany sent us some videos, from Crumbs. And so tonight for our performance, we kind of put together some best of, as well as like some new content from that Skit or Die series that we'll finish the night off with tonight.
Excellent. And we're going to try to bring you the ultimate Fringe experience like we can here from the inside, from the Gas Station Arts Center. Like at Fringe, you go from venue to venue, you check out things as fast as you can. So we're going to bring the entertainment fast and furious.
Yeah.
So first off, we have Snafu, Society of Unexpected Spectacles from Victoria, BC. They are doing Epidermis Circus by Ingrid Hansen, Kathleen Greenfield, and Britt Small. Body puppetry, celebrate what is beautiful, gooey, powerful, and ridiculous about the fragile meat bag of the human form. Epidermis Circus.
Hi everybody. Hello Winnipeg Fringers and any other Fringers from other weirdo cities along the way. Hello! This is Ingrid. This is me. I'm streaming to you from my home in Victoria, and I'm missing you guys, all you weirdos in Winnipeg Fringe. Yeah, it's pretty wild to think that right now we would have been sweating and swatting mosquitoes and hiking around and seeing some freaking art, man. Yeah, but I've been okay. Anyway, what you're about to see is called Epidermis Circus, and it's a new experiment we've been working on. It's in its little baby stages, so buckle up and you'll see what you could see, and hoping that we'll be touring it next year. So anyway, here we go.
Oh, hello there. Hey, hi, whoa, hey. Nice to see you there. Oh, missed you. Yeah. Oh, hey. Welcome to the Epidermis Circus Variety Show. Yeah, all right. Thanks for tuning into the tune and coming along for the long. I'm your host, Florence McFingernails, and coming to you live from the dark inner recesses of Ingrid's mind. Ooh. That hurt. Okay. Well, when the Snafoozles asked me to host the show tonight, I thought, well, I got nothing else to do, right? Oh, so here I am, and here you are. Clearly, nothing else to do on your end either. Well, lucky me. Yeah. Well, what's that thing that kids say on the Tic Tac? You know the Tic Tac? They go, I'm bored in the house and I'm bored in the house board in the house board. Right? Isn't that what they sing? I don't know. Anywho, well, we got a lot of acts lined up tonight, so let's get this show sizzle on the road dizzle. We're gonna see just little bits and pieces of this charcuterie board of deliciousness for you, okay? But I did have one little thing, just one little itsy bitsy tiny weeny itty bitty woody booty booty thing I've been wondering about you and what you're afraid of. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I'm not talking about, lions and tigers and bears. Oh, no! I'm talking about the real thing, those deep-seated, spookily wookily, those, the dark stuff. Oh, yeah. Because real fears in our life, what do? How do they serve us? If you're being chased by a bear, that fear helps you run fast. But most of the time in our lives, we got these fears and they don't do squat for us. They just get in the way, just hold us back. Yeah, holding us back from the real thing, right? Well, reminds me of a little song. Oh, yeah? You ready? His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. Oh, there's vomit on his sweater already. Mom, spaghetti. He's nervous, but on the surface he looks calm and ready to drop bombs, but he keeps on forgetting what he wrote down. He opens his mouth. But the words don't come out. Why, because he's scared, right? Yes, he's scared of what? Honestly, scared of whom's is... Why, what? He's scared that he'll be bad at rap? I mean, come on, who cares? Who cares? You gotta lose yourself in the music, the moment, the own it. You gotta never let it go. You only get one shot to not miss your chance to blow, because opportunity comes once in a lifetime, baby. Lose yourself in the music, the moment you own it. You gotta never let it go. You only get one shot to not miss your chance to blow, because opportunity comes once in a lifetime, baby. Well, up next we have an act for you that is a trip to the local dog park. Woof, woof, yeah. And when you go there, you just gotta be careful, right? You don't want to step in it. And by it, I mean feces. Take it away. Ha. Mm-hmm. Well, that little woofer is a few French fries short of a Happy Meal, if you know what I mean. But, hey, did the National Arts Center give you guys a grant for this? I don't know. All right, segue. No, the teleprompter just says segue. Am I supposed to come up with a segue? What? What? I just like saying segue. Segue! Okay, well, in case you didn't realize, I am older than the dirt under your fingernails. I've seen it, been it, made a mess and cleaned it, So if you want any advice from me, I'm talking about real deep stuff or whatever, you write me your questions. You can type them in the comments right now. Come back to them. Anything you want to know. Past life, future life. Should I tweeze my eyebrows or tattoo them on? Anything. You just type it in right there on the side. Yeah, you know how. You got the fingies. You know how. All right, up next, we've got a short commercial break, then right back to you. All right, this one here is from the inventors of Baby Bjorn. Dirty Swedes. From the inventors of Baby Bjorn comes the next must-have product for toddlers, Baby Buttocks. Cue the commercial! Wow, life is fun, isn't it? Yeah. All you have to worry about is chewing on your mother's hair and playing with jingling keys and soiling your diaper. Your diaper? Well, be careful. Why not? Don't laugh too much. Why not? You'll get laughed
lines on your perfect smooth baby skin, wrinkles right here and here and here and here.
Is that bad?
Of course it's bad.
Oh. I don't want laugh lines. Oh no, laugh lines, no.
Well, don't worry about it.
Why not?
You'll get worry lines.
Worry lines? What's that?
You know, lines on right here and here and here.
Yeah, no.
And here.
No, not worry lines. I don't want those.
Well, every time you move your face, it gives you a little bit of a crease. Yeah, you start out with this perfect baby skin, and eventually you're going to be covered in wrinkles.
I'm fine. I'm not going to move my face. I'm going to keep it perfectly still like this.
Well, you can't do that.
Why not?
You'll give yourself all that clenching of your jaw. You'll give yourself a turkey neck.
Turkey neck? Like gobble gobble?
Yes, a turkey neck. Right, you can see it starting right now.
No turkey neck? I don't want that. No.
Well, luckily for you, there's Baby Botox. Baby Botox is a proprietary blend of injected neurotoxins made out of all natural botulism, especially for babies. Baby Botox kills the nerve endings in your facial muscles, preventing you from doing all that tedious smiling and frowning, keeping your baby skin smooth, and wrinkle-free.
Wrinkle-free? Yeah.
All right. Are you ready for Baby Botox?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Just one little pinprick. Huh?
But what if I want to be sad?
Well, you'll be sadder if you don't get this done.
Oh, okay. But what if I want to be angry?
You'll be angry with yourself if you don't get this done.
Oh, okay. But what if I...
You need to get this done now or you're not getting paid for this commercial.
Okay. Is it hurt?
No.
But that wasn't so bad. Ow! Oh, ew. Okay, that's not right. Ow! Ow!
Wow, look at Baby Botox as it just wipes away the wrinkles. Just wipes away the wrinkles, leaving your baby skin perfectly smooth and soft, just like the day you were born.
Yeah, I'm beautiful.
Baby Botox, it's botulism.
For babies!
Side effects may include facial paralysis, death, and inability to display emotion. Do not use while operating a tractor.
That was quite some, that's an example of the dirty Swedes. No, just kidding. I love the Swedes. Love them. Oh, yeah. Well, anyone, I have to say, we're going to have to cut it there. The real Epidermis Circus show goes on and into some weird places, let me tell you. Oh, you can only imagine what we puppeteer next. But, ew. Wait, what? Anyways, so I love you all you weirdos down there in Winnipeg and beyond. And hope you have a glorious summer. Take good care of yourselves and your fronts and your backs and your tops and your bottoms. And if all comes down to it, we still got each other. Right? That's some mushy stuff right there. Oh, yeah! Can end it with some moose. Well, that's a bunch of smushy as it gets. All right, this is me, Florence McFingernails, saying goodbye from Epidermis Circus and Snafoozle. And we'll miss you. May visit us on those social medias or whatever. And, you know, we like you. That's all. Goodbye! Whee!
Boom, 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 boom. That was awesome. Epidermis Circus. Give them a round of applause. Well, I guess you're at home. A virtual.
I'll
Give
do it.
likes, comments. There you go. I got Dana Smith.
Yeah,
Hunks.
you got me.
Thank you. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm
Yeah,
doing good.
Good,
You know,
good.
surviving.
Yeah, of course, of
Yeah,
course.
yeah.
We were talking earlier about festivals and what's happening and what's not happening.
Mhm.
What's coming up with Hunks? You guys have anything coming up?
You know, we're pretty fortunate. We're going to be headlining Rumors next week, starting the 21st to the 25th. It's kind of like instead of our Fringe, you know, instead of our normal 45-minute show, this is what we will be doing in place of that.
Awesome.
So it's really exciting.
Good, good,
Mhm.
good. And we got some comments
Ah.
from our friends here online.
That was unsettling in a great way. Yeah. Darn tootin'. I could not have put it better myself. I feel things, you know?
Yeah. This is so cool. That was amazing. Body puppetry.
Mhm.
Yeah, awesome stuff. Thank you, Alexis.
Yeah. This is Fringe. This is Fringe.
Yeah, totally. And these are kind of like our little mini reviews we got going on here. And
Yeah.
so you can check in, give us your comments, give us your likes, give us your claps and emojis. And actually, you'll be entered into grand prize draw, which I will go into detail later.
Yeah.
But we actually have a special guest right now.
Aside from me. Thank you. Our actual special guest is going to be the Edmonton Fringe Artistic Director, Murray, Utah. Where are we?
Hey.
Ah, there you are.
Sitting in the dark because we're having this crazy thunderstorm right now. Holy crow.
Uh-oh.
It gets wild. Nothing but no sunshine. It's just like nothing but rain. It's all the rain in the world, you guys. So I feel like I'm
So like in Winnipeg, we have like a yearly torrential downpour fringe storm once a year. Is that the same thing in Edmonton?
Yeah, and like we're usually pretty dry because we're kind of desert-like out here to begin with, right? But last summer, all outdoor festivals were just like, you know, pre-pandemic, were just taken down by the rain because it rained literally every day, and we got barely any sunshine. This year, no different right now, and so it's very abnormal to what's happening around here. So you kind of go, "What, Mother Earth? What are you saying to us right now?"
Yeah.
Sometimes that rain is a blessing when you're at Fringe, because I find that when it starts raining, people will start looking for a show to see so that they can get out of the rain.
That's true.
So
That's
sometimes
true.
your attendance numbers will spike.
Yeah.
You bet. The outdoor performers are gonna be like, nope, not good for us. But you're right. It does.
Yeah. Okay.
And in Edmonton, like I think Fringers all over, but like they'll hide. They think it's only going to rain for a little bit, so just hide under whatever beer tent or something like that, get out the rain, and then if it stops, boom, right back out. But if it sets in, then everybody goes to theaters and just quiets down on the outside.
Yeah, it's the same here. We have intense rain and then nothing. So.
Totally. Hi guys, how's it going?
Good, but how are you guys though? You guys are doing out at the Edmonton Fringe. You're doing an online Fringe as well.
Yeah, we're like it was very, very interesting. It's been really inspiring to connect to all of our sister festivals and see what they got going on and what's happening and just like what are we doing in this time. But I think we're at a place now where people need some joy, right?
Yeah.
So we just kind of we're calling it the Fringe that never was. And look at that! Look at the graphic.
That's cute. I like that. I like that a lot.
Within it, I thought, okay, who are we at our core at these Fringe festivals, and what kind of screenshot can we give to an audience that's online? And I've really taken to seriously the task of how do we take our medium of telling stories and married to the medium that's on here, like what is the innovative thing that needs to happen there, knowing that there was no way we could accomplish that now. But I woke up one day, because I said to my partner that I work with, Adam, who's incredible, and I was like going, I'm gonna need a little time to figure out what I think we should be doing, right? And then all of a sudden I woke up one morning, I'm like, oh my gosh, I think I got it. The Muppet Show, right? Like old school vaudeville variety type show. And I went, what if we made that happen? Is that a reality? And then what does that mean? Like, how do we do that? Like, and then I'm lucky, I got a lot of really good friends in the film industry. And one of, which just like texted me one day out of the blue, and we started talking and trying to figure that out and work together. So we got one episode done, and we've got episode 2 coming up here on Saturday, July 25th at 8 p.m. And that's going to carry into our dates. And then at our dates, literally have put together just kind of the ecology of who we are. And so there's, of course, theater performance within that. There's some salon discussions and a lot of interviews of some artists, and kind of check out what I heard from artists. They were saying, get me in front of an audience. I need to somehow connect to them again. And I'm going to miss my friends. So how do we all come together? So with that in mind, I thought, okay, let's put a little bit of performance mixed in, and then that idea of like, how do we bring the audience in? How do we communicate to the audience? So that's sort of happening as well. But we're having a ton of fun doing Fringe Review, right? And that's REVUE, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Some of our staff, when we got to the point where like, I'm very proud to say that we haven't had to lay anybody off at this point when it comes to our full-time staff, but I've had to capitalize on some of their other skills. Like Tessa, who is our festival admin coordinator, is an incredible designer. So I was like, Tessa, I'm gonna need a set, right? And it's beautiful, you guys. It's so beautiful. Yeah.
Oh, amazing.
I got a film crew coming in this time. I can afford it once, and that's because I got a 40% discount because they're my friends, and it's still their dollars. You guys are so out of our league. Like I can't even imagine a film budget, let alone And we know that we're not in the business of making TV shows or film. We don't have the resources. We don't have the money. We don't have any of it. But I'm like, I want them to come in once, do their thing, see what I can extract from that, and then apply that to us moving forward, because I don't see us out of this anytime soon. I don't see our festival next August in the way that it was, So it's there's a piece of this learning that needs to happen, and I feel like as our festival, I've taken that responsibility for our community to help rebuild it when we turn this corner too,
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And James Furby said in the comments earlier, he said, Fringe is where you go to see something new. And so this is just Fringe. This is just seeing something new, but completely differently.
Totally. But just like regular Fringe, we have acts coming after acts, so we got to get to the next act. So quickly, Murray, where can we find info, and where can we get some dates on?
You betcha. Everybody head to fringetheater.ca, and it will hook you up with everything we got going. And Fringe Review episode 2 will be Saturday, July 25th at 8 p.m.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Murray.
Thank you so much, Murray. All the best in Edmonton. It's a pleasure talking to you.
Yeah, you guys too. Have a great night.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, so our next act coming up. If you've been to the Winnipeg Fringe, you've heard of them. They're Kiss the Draft Productions. The music and lyrics by Joseph Aragon, performed by Heather Medill, Ray Padua, and Joseph Aragon. They've done 11 musicals in over 16 years. They were the first Fringe show that I personally ever saw when I was in my teens. This is about aliens, Nazis, vampires, nuns. Welcome to the show, Zero Context.
Hello, everyone. My name's Joseph Aragon.
I'm Heather Medill.
I'm Ray Padua.
And that is all the information we're going to give you.
Wait. Can we give them the song title?
Oh, yeah, and the musical that it's from.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. That's it, though.
Okay. Talk Show Tango.
That's from Illuminati, the musical. Listen, I'm just a man with a message. How people receive that message is out of my hands.
The start of my career was a humble one, as a human interest writer for the Winnipeg Sun. But I clawed toward the top and gained a measure of renown. But there's a point you've got to stop when there's no other Hi, welcome back. We're talking with Arthur Granger, author of the new book, Illuminati for Morons. Now, Arthur, before the break, you touched on the various activities of the Illuminati. Can you elaborate on that?
Oh, certainly, Liz. As I was saying...
Is this the end? To hear the crap this guy is spewing, this pointless interviewing, and acting like I care, I can't pretend. Now my career's beyond redemption, and I pray for a preemption to take us off the air. Once my scathing exposés would earn me great acclaim and heaps of praise, but now I fight to keep my eyes from glazing. There's so much I want to do yet. My God, is this guy through yet?
And it's a little known fact that during World War II, the Nazis collaborated with the CIA on many scientific experiments.
The Nazis and the CIA?
Oh yes, mind control, robotic spacecraft propulsion.
Let me guess, as in UFOs.
Exactly.
It's obvious he's into mindless devotion that logic and reason defies. So between me and you, let's erase any notion of winning a Pulitzer Prize. But I won't quit. You try to put me out to pasture, I'll clock you on so fast your nose will spout. So don't you try to write me off or count me out.
Which brings me to a group called the Priory of Sion, caretakers of such artifacts as the Ark of the Covenant and the Holy Grail.
Now there's a Nazi connection here too, isn't there?
Oh, very good, you've read my book.
No, I'm just a big Harrison Ford fan.
I should have known. You can't convince a hardened skeptic. The thought makes me dyspeptic. Now I'm back where I began. The time has flown. But I've got vital information of an ancient hybrid nation of aliens and man, interbreeding with our race so they can silently usurp our place. And so I'll keep on shouting to your face. Lift! Find some way to jar you. But you're not listening, are you?
And these alien hybrids make up the Illuminati we know today.
Right. The inhabitants of Atlantis, as technologically advanced as they were, posed a threat to them. A war broke out and the Atlanteans were literally driven underground.
Oh, I get it. He's crazy.
She's brainless. This isn't as painless as the guy who booked the interview had said.
Now my head starts to throb. He's a jerk.
She's a snob.
And to top it, he's probably lousy in bed.
Though I wouldn't mind testing that hypothesis.
The book is called Illuminati for Morons and is in stores now. Arthur Granger, thanks for talking with us.
Well, thanks for having me.
Join us tomorrow for Tales from the San Diego Zoo. Yes, it's Marsupial Mania. See you then. So now it's time, and soon I'll settle this forever. I've got what you can never do without. So don't you try to write me off, or try to sell me short, or cut me loose, or show me up, or put me down, or put me down, or count me out. Toe the line.
From Conclave the Musical. My fellow Cardinals, we have an awesome task ahead of us today with nothing less than the fate of the church at stake. But as you go about performing your holy duties, here are a few things to take to heart. In this hour of great responsibility, we must take heed and approach our task with all humility. Oh yes, indeed, I know a flock is mourning, so let them wail and grieve. But the See of St. Peter needs a brand new leader to tell them what they should believe. I know some say we're due for a change, but I say think before we rearrange every single little rule in one fell stroke, cause it's all working fine. So let's not fix it broke, but toe the line. Let's toe the line.
Let's toe the line.
Let's toe the line.
Let's toe the line.
If by chance you get a contradictory sign,
toe the line.
you just ignore it when you hear it. And if I may be so cavalier, it cannot be from the Holy Spirit if it doesn't toe the line.
It's not from the Holy Spirit if it doesn't toe the line.
Some progressives like to be comparative. This I resent, and they say dumb things like it's all relative. And they're content to be tossed to waves and swept along by every wind of thought. But we all know better for a liberal vendetta to tell us what is true or not. You can't bend the truth like they claim, for truth is only what stays the same. So remember that when you cast your vote, and don't give pearls to swine, and let's not rock the boat, but toe the line. Let's toe the line.
Let's toe the line.
Let's toe the line.
Let's toe the line.
Just leave those frightening, flaky, foolish thoughts behind.
Let's toe the line.
Oh, Mother Church, we must sustain her and keep out those who would profane her. So, my friends, it's a clear no-brainer that we've got to toe the line.
Let's all toe the line.
Oh,
Let's all toe the line. Hey. Let's all toe the line. Let's all toe the line.
let's toe the line.
Let's toe the line.
Let's toe the line.
Let's toe the line.
Don't let those godless liberal bastards change your mind.
Let's toe the line.
Because I'm right and you all know it. Now it's better. Now let's show it. Here's our chance, so let's not blow it. Not this time.
Not this time.
So my friends, you got to toe the line.
Let's all toe the line. The Art of Death.
From Lucrezia Borgia.
When I was an apprentice, my master cured the ill. I learned those herbs of healing could be also used to kill. One day I accidentally swapped an herb for Spanish fly. Who knew his grace would take that long to die? But it took that one atrocity to sate my curiosity of how it feels to stop a beating heart. And my craft, I tell my clients, is much more than simple science. It's a mission, it's a calling, it's an art. I have many different recipes at hand. In fact, I've got a potent venom here that's quick to act, producing awful sores in the digestive tract. It's really quite a deal if you ask me. But if you're feeling more sadistic and malevolent, then I could fetch a special blend of hellebore to make him retch an agonizing spell of 7 days, perpetual pain and anxiety. For the art of death, my dear, is the art of variety. For you, my dear, I've just the thing you need. A quiet, subtle way to do your deed. Cantarella, it has a beautiful name, no doubt. In 3 days he will just flicker out. It will do as you wish and you're in luck. It's only costing 90 ducats. You're paying for quality, young lady. And because you have an honest face, I'll throw in something special. Here's a clever little thing to make your task ideal. Not dazzling, but flipping up the jewel will yield a tiny hidden place to keep your dose concealed. May I slip it on your finger? Your pretty hands are softer than I thought they'd be. The long and supple fingers of nobility. Your other ring's intriguing, I can barely see. What's cast, it's quite small. Yes, the art of death, Lucrezia, avails us all. The bugger is better off dead.
From Bloodless, The Trial of Burke and Hare. Is he dead?
No, he's just drunk. See, still breathing.
So he is. Pity. Well, come on, Hare. You made £4 off O'Donnell. You're telling me you didn't see him lying there thinking, maybe?
Well, he's not dead yet.
No, of course he's not. But he does have one foot in the grave, don't you think? Do you really believe that he's gonna get better? I mean, look at him, drinking himself to a stupor, clinging to life like a trooper, but what kind of life is he living? I'm telling ya, he hasn't a prayer, the fecker is barely keeping his wits, succumbing to sin with whiskey and gin when his wallet permits. And forever he sneezes, he hacks and he wheezes, he pukes and he shits. Tell me, what kind of life is that? What kind of life is that? But dead.
Dead?
Dead! Aye, the bugger is better off dead. Best to end the strife when your wretched life is hanging by a thread. So sound the final clarion, cause the fella's well nigh carrion. Now you know it sounds barbarian, but the bugger's better off dead.
Are you seriously suggesting that we should...
Well, this isn't much worse than what we did with Donald. The only real difference between dead and nearly dead.
You've had some daft schemes in your time, Mark, but this... No.
As if you didn't think it yourself, hair. Times are desperate, I'm only being pragmatic. You see, I believe that a fella must serve an objective, and once he becomes ineffective, you give up your right to existence. Take Joseph here.
In life he would labor and help out his neighbor wherever he can.
Content now to linger, but can't lift a finger or bloody will stand. All the time he anointed, he thwarts the ongoing endeavors of man. Tell me, what is he good for now?
What is he good for now?
But dead.
Dead?
Dead. Aye, the bugger's better off dead. He would be a gift to scientific industry instead.
Think of the lads at the academy, poking around in Joe's anatomy.
Now you still may think it mad at me, but the bugger's better off dead. See how he lies there, fighting for every single breath, never to rise again, the poor old sod.
I suppose.
See in his eyes there the ever-encroaching glint of death, begging us to commend his soul to God.
I suppose.
Make his soul sacrifice to no one else's,
And unite him with
the angels singing glory in excelsis.
A gesture none the braver.
Soon he'll join us dear departed.
We'd be doing him a favor.
Right, Jar, now let's guard, sir.
What a bold and selfless act.
Friend, are you with me then?
In fact, I'm concurrent with exactly what you said. He's better off dead.
Dead.
Dead. Aye, the bugger is better off dead.
Good, now you hold square the body there while I it's in the head. I'll plug his mouth and nose now, so no abrasion shows now. He'll be thrashing round in throws now, so hold him secure to the bed till we sure he's dead. Dead! Dead!
The bugger is better off dead.
Just keep him pinned to the tint of skin, you see no trace of red.
Miller Joe, we hardly knew ya.
But it's time now to subdue ya.
Sing a glory, hallelujah. So, how much will we get?
£8, I'd bet.
The bugger is better off dead. Out of my way, and the balcony.
From Bloodless the musical. Oh, sorry.
No.
From Bloodsuckers the musical.
Great. The biggest assignment of my career, and I'm saddled with the village idiots.
Well, I'm not happy about this either. Mocking the pride of Romania is not in my job description.
Well, it's gonna have to be. Let's get one thing straight, you little four-eyed freak. Are you listening?
I'm all ears.
You better not mess up and wreck my winning streak.
I wouldn't dream of it.
Good to hear. I don't like when things get out of control or out of hand. And if you're the cause, your head's gonna roll. And you won't like that. You see, I've got big, ambitious plans for my career. And I'll be damned if I allow this chance to disappear. The lengths I'd go would really surprise you. So I advise you to stay the hell out of my way.
Hey, you know me, Mary. I'm not the kind of guy to interfere.
Good.
But, you know, I'm not feeling very good about the way we slipped a gear here. What about conscience? What about heart? What about integrity and ethics?
Ethics?
Yeah.
Since when did ethics ever play a part?
Well, ethics have always played a part. At least when Jack Astor Sr. was in charge. I think we could do well to examine if our intentions are good. If we've gone too far, some self-reflection.
Listen! I don't need you to tell me I've gone too far, like I knew you would. It doesn't matter what your intentions are, never mind how good. Cause all good intentions pave the way to hell. So you better stay the hell out of my...
Tell me, have you visited the balcony?
The balcony?
In the west wing of the castle, there's a terrace that overlooks the valley. It's a very special place.
Special?
open the door and gaze out to the balcony just before twilight arrives. See the sunset ahead, orange, violet, and red, make the mountains and trees come alive. With fiery fringes of yellow and white, how exciting the colors explode. How I long for a day when another soul might want to share with me, there with me, secrets untold.
Huh?
You must forgive me, my castle's a very lonely place. Every arch, every home, bitter cold, bitter welcoming straight to the rafters above. But the solace I find is out there on the balcony, where I dare to love.
Oh, sounds lovely. Shame we missed the sunset.
Ah, but the balcony has been more exquisite at night.
Is it now?
When the moon lights the terrace like fine alabaster, it quickens the heart, makes your blood boil faster. The moon, when it's full, shining bright like the gods, like it's shining tonight.
Golly, what are the odds?
Let us make mad the world with our mystical alchemy, free from all fear and regret. Let us both bare our souls, let us dance in the balcony. Shall we? May we?
Let's. This song is from The Mystery of Crumhorn Castle. Everyone has cause to be remorseful. Everyone's made choices they regret. The echoes of the past can be so forceful as you try to drive them out and just forget.
Your destiny aligns with a fortune close to mine. At least that's from what I can ascertain. But when fear and guilt were driving me insane, I simply scooped that nasty portion from my brain. And now my troubles seem naught to me. They mean squat to me. They don't even mean a tittle or a jot to me. It's amazing what a frontal lobotomy can do. You look distraught to me, it seems fraught to me, but the answer to the problem that you brought to me is to do another frontal lobotomy on you.
What? Wait, no!
You'll barely even feel it, though I admit my tools are crude, and I've got no anesthetic here on hand. But I'm sure that time will heal it, and soon you're in a better mood. You may be missing quite a lot of medulla oblongata, but girl, you're feeling grand. So don't you wanna be what you ought to be?
Yeah, but what you're doing seems against the law to me.
But everything I said about lobotomies are true. It's amazing what a frontal lobotomy can do.
No, thank you. I like my brain just as it is.
Well, but this way you won't have to feel anything about anything. No guilt, no regrets.
I'll take that chance.
Well, suit yourself. As for me, I don't know if I'd like to live in a constant state of fear and dread.
I don't blame you. It's not a fun feeling. And the feeling's not subsiding. You're a fraud, a cheat, a liar. And it's all from one mistake you can't take back. Like when you knock a lamp while sliding and accidentally start a fire.
But there's no way to repair it. You'll have to learn to bear it and get yourself on track.
I guess so, huh?
You don't have to take it the hard way, you know.
I'm flattered that you thought of me, but it's not for me. Though thanks for the concern, it means a lot to me. I'll just have to postpone my lobotomy debut.
But the drama you endure is overwrought to me.
While your answer really lightens the monotony, it's amazing what a frontal lobotomy
This next song will be our last. Thank you very much to the Winnipeg Fringe Festival and to all of you for having us here. And this last song is we chose because we thought it would be apropos to our current situation. Go on.
Dinosaurs had been around a real long time, about 140 million years. They were stubborn and tenacious from the mid to late Cretaceous, when each and every lizard disappeared. Now humans, by comparison, have had a shorter run, so their extinction isn't that much of a surprise. With the constant ebb and flow, life will come and life will go, and it's then that you realize that every species will go extinct sometime. Just so happens the time is now, and there's not much better reason than for everything in season, as long as the fates allow. Sure, you thought that we'd go on forever, but the truth is often hard to face. Yes, every species will go extinct sometime, but this time it's the human race.
When I think back to all the things humanity achieved, I assumed that it would chase an upward trend. And I thought it would continue, but I'd never have believed it would come to some horrific, crazy end.
On the other hand, we should have seen the writing on the wall, that the world be laid to waste and disarray by the nervous and neurotic
And the mad and idiotic,
we had it coming anyway. And every species will go extinct sometime. Just so happens the time is now, and there's not much better reason than for everything in season, as long as the fates allow. Sure, you thought that we'd go on forever, but the truth is often hard to face. Yes, every species will go extinct sometime, and this time it's the human race. Every species will go extinct sometime, and this time it's the human race.
Good night.
thank you.
Keep that. Check. Keep that. What's that? No, it's okay. I'll take the risk. Hey, everybody. Oh, am I in the shot here? Hey, give it up again for Kiss the Giraffe. Hey, down here live at Osborne. I just have a quick question for you before I throw it back to the studio. Can you, so obviously legends in the Fringe and a must-see every time. Can you tell us a little bit about your first time at the Fringe Festival, what that experience was like?
My personal first time was 1994 with a kids production, and we performed outdoor at the Forks at one point.
Nice.
But our first Kiss the Giraffe production was in 2004 with Bloodsuckers the Musical. And Joseph called me up from where he was going to school in Montreal and said, "You want to try producing?" And I'm like, "Heck, sure, how are gonna be?" So yeah, we launched that way.
Everybody knows producing is one of the easiest parts of theater. You just need a couple checklists and you're good. Okay, wonderful. I think I'm going to throw it back to the studio. We got the weather update from Ray and Dana. Traffic out here is looking good. Those cars are looking nice.
Yeah.
Perfect. Great. Thanks for.
Weather's fine. The weather's good.
Don't forget, still be active out there. Like, comment, throw us some emojis. Tell us about your first Fringe experience. And what that does is we automatically enter you into a draw for our grand prizes. And what our grand prizes are a custom-made Winnipeg Fringe Festival cooler. And that comes with a $100 gift certificate to Liquor Mart. So you can fill it up, bring it out to the lake. It's absolutely beautiful. There it is. There's a picture of it.
That's gorgeous.
Right between the fern there. Yeah. And if you can't pick that up in Winnipeg, we do have a prize for folks out there. It's a 2021 Super Pass for the Winnipeg Fringe. So you can check out every show. We'll get that out to you wherever you are.
And we're planning already for next year's Fringe. We're we're going to be doing donations. There's going to be, you can donate. I'm looking at you, Dad. I know you're watching. I want you to mash that donate button, okay? I'm talking 50, I'm talking $500,000. We need it. Fringe is so important to so many performers. It's I'm sorry, I'm just getting distracted by the
I know,
reverb.
I can hear myself outside.
It's incredible. I sound beautiful. I have to say, what a treat for you. But please donate. It helps the performers and it helps the Fringe.
So we're going to jump to the next venue, next performance, like we always do at Fringe. We have Frances Concan doing journalism with Frances Concan. Take it away.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Journalisms with Frances. I am Frances, and this is a show about journalism, sort of. It's journalism in the sense that we are going to be talking about really newsworthy shit, but we're also going to be talking about stuff like astrology, which I've been repeatedly told is not real journalism. But here we don't follow the rules. Here we don't have any rules. But here we do have a lineup of super dope guests talking about hella important stuff like the traumatic psychological impact of the COVID-19 pandemic and collectivism versus individualism within Eurocentric institutions and racism in theater and racism in the police force and other things about police, probably. But to kick it all off, I'd like to begin with a segment called the 2-minute hot take. And if you can't tell, it is where I give you a 2-minute take on a topical subject that I think is hot. Ready? All right, let's do it.
The Drowsy Chaperone is a racist musical and doesn't need to be performed anymore. The show debuted in 1988 in Toronto and went to Broadway in 2006, and it billed itself as a spoof on the American musical circa 1920s. The 1920s were not the golden age for musical theater. That is largely considered to be the 1940s and 1950s, specifically marked by Oklahoma. Pre-Oklahoma, things were a little less great, especially if you were like black or gay or a woman or anything other than a heterosexual, cisgender, white man. The story begins with a protagonist called Man in Chair. He's a little nostalgic for the 1920s because they were a great time for him, and he wants to take us all back through a little listen to his favorite fictional musical, The Drowsy Chaperone, which is very racist. What makes it racist? Well, I don't know. Maybe it's the actor that gets to play the Latino stereotype, or maybe it's when the entire ensemble comes out in yellowface. It's hard to say. Now, The Drowsy Chaperone aims to be a parody by having Man in Chair comment on the action, and it's meant to be why it's funny. The Drowsy Chaperone really isn't a spoof at all, and it's really not that funny. It's a musical for white people that acknowledges racism, but doesn't take any responsibility for it. But maybe that is where we were at in the conversation, but now it's 2020. This social climate is just not the same. The Drowsy Chaperone exists in this toxic bubble of white supremacy, and the way Man in Chair looks back on this time period reminds me of when Southern Americans look back at the Confederacy. At the end of the day, The Drowsy Chaperone just isn't a good parody. This is not at all an insult to the creators, and it's not a reflection on actors. I'm sure Ryan James Miller would have been a wonderful Man in Chair, but now we'll never know, and that's okay.
All right, so that was hard to condense into 2 minutes, but that's just a little taste of me taking on racism in musical theater. 2 minutes isn't a very long time, and honestly, talking about racism all the time is a little psychologically traumatizing. But speaking of psychological trauma, I recently sat down with one of my favorite people, Bev, Catherine. She is a PhD student. She is an actor. She is a singer. She is an improviser. You've probably seen her in fringe shows like The Neighborhood Watch and the D&D Improv Show. And in an exclusive interview, Bev shared with me how she's been handling the pandemic and offers some ways for you too to stay afloat amidst the violent waves of depression that are swallowing me whole. You whole. I'm fine. Welcome, Bev. Thank you for being on the show. It's so great to have you here.
Thank you so much for having me here on the show.
So to start off, I'd love to just hear a bit about what you're studying at school right now.
Yes, so right now I'm getting my PhD. I'm in training to be a clinical psychologist. So I live in Toronto, which is the land of golden opportunity, hence my bookshelf, which is full of many books.
So will you be able to like prescribe me lorazepam, diazepam, Klonopin, Ritalin, all the good drugs?
Francis, I so badly want to prescribe you all of those medications because I think you absolutely need them. And I cannot prescribe you those medications because I'm not in medical school. That's what a psychiatrist does.
Oh, so the difference is a psychiatrist has gone to medical school and can prescribe.
Exactly.
Medication.
But both professions can diagnose mental disorders.
That's fantastic. So just on the spot right now, diagnose me.
I think you are a chronically an excellent first-rate journalist. So I'll give you a journalist disorder.
Oh my gosh. Wow, that doesn't sound too bad. I thought that was going to go a lot worse for me. So how have you been holding up during the pandemic?
Do you think these glasses make me look smarter? I bought them to hide the puffiness of my crying eyes. It's been hard. You know that famous song, like tracks of my tear. There's tracks and there's tears. I had to get those surgically removed.
For many of us, Animal Crossing was an escape from the world, and now we've become trapped in it, and we almost can't escape.
Hot gossip, I'm quitting Animal Crossing.
Why are you quitting Animal Crossing, the game of the pandemic?
Your answer is right there in what you just said, Francis. The game of the pandemic. I don't want to play the game of the pandemic. I want to play the life game.
Right. But your island, I've full disclosure, I've been to your island before. It's a beautiful island. You're really going to leave all of that behind?
Francis, I want all those villagers to die. They have sucked me into this game. I'm completely out of touch with my reality. You know, I look around and I think I see bugs and I try to catch them. And I think, you know, I have Animal Crossing use disorder. I'm self-diagnosing.
Have you ever found yourself shaking a tree?
Yes, 100%. You know what? And that's stage 1 of the disorder.
Do you think that Animal Crossing brings insight to our psychological states?
I mean, in the words of Sigmund Freud, you can find a phallus anywhere you look. I think you can find a phallus on your island.
Penises.
Yes.
Are you more of a Frasier or are you more of a Niles?
Well, I'm glad you asked that, Francis. You know, in the words of America's sweetheart, Dr. Phil, it takes 2 to tango. I think what he's really getting at there is both of them are perfect, but also I've never seen that show.
And one final question before we go. Should we or should we not abolish the police?
Abolish or polish the police.
Thank you for being here, Bev. I really appreciate it. Best of luck with your academic training as a psychologist, and I hope you can diagnose me clinically someday soon.
I can't wait.
And I look forward to perhaps visiting your island again, if not visiting your island in real life.
Thank you. Every man is an island, so come on down to mine.
Well, thank you, Bev, for that invitation. I cannot wait to RSVP. But I am just getting word that we have some breaking news down in Osborne Village, where our senior correspondent reporter, Nora Vision, is currently live with Tristan Foy, a local actor and improviser who is recently accused by me of secretly being a cop. Nora, are you there?
Hi, Francis. I'm here, and I have disturbing, if not exciting news. That is that Tristan Foy, known activist, friend, improviser, he's got great hair, he wears an orange hat, might secretly be a cop.
Yes, I'm aware of this. I believe I started that rumor.
I heard it from a couple of people down the street. Someone out my window was just yelling it a second ago, actually. Now, I'm here to confront Tristan about this rumor.
All right, well, take it away, John.
Thank you, Francis. Tristan, thanks for joining me.
Hi, Nora.
So, before we get into the real meat of the conversation, you have some news regarding local politics in St. Andrews, I've heard.
Yes, thank you for bringing this up. As a matter of fact, there is some really disturbing stuff going on in St. Andrews, Manitoba, right at this very moment. Right at this very moment, and every moment of this year, in fact. To give a bit of context, in December of 2019, 5 members of St. Andrews Municipal Council came together after months of strategically changing municipal bylaws. They called an emergency meeting, and what they did at this emergency meeting was they stripped our duly elected mayor, Joy Soul, of her rights as the chair of committee of council and as the spokesperson for the RM, and she is still without those powers to this day. The entire situation is currently before the Court of Queen's Bench in Winnipeg, and there has been no final decision made on the situation up to now.
Did they take away the sash that the mayor gets to wear when elected that says Mr. Mayor, or pardon me, Mix Mayor on it?
Yes, well, I can neither confirm nor deny, as I have not spoken personally to the mayor about the sash situation, but given what I know about these 5 councillors, it is very possible that they ripped the sash right from her at that meeting.
Well, you heard it here, folks. They took it, and they took very large scissors, and they cut it into tiny pieces. Now, Tristan, why would these officials do such a thing to a democratically elected mayor? That seems impossible given the free country that we live in.
It's a very excellent point, Nora. And frankly, that's the $30 million question. I would say personally that a lot of it has to do with sexism, personally. I think that in rural communities like St. Andrews, you have an old boys club who see the changing times and the changes in our society. And they see a woman who is duly elected with a majority vote of more than 60%. And they look at this new mayor and they say, well, I don't want a woman telling me what to do. Ooh. And so they decide to gang up, all 5 of them together, and they decide to strip the mayor of her duly elected powers. And I think that has a really large part to do with it. And I also think it has a lot to do with infrastructure projects in the area. A very large infrastructure project going on right now is the St. Andrews wastewater management system, which is a project that has been in the works for more than a decade now. It is a extremely expensive project, over $30 million. And the mayor, Joy, is a staunch opponent to this infrastructure project. And I think that also probably had a lot to do with what these 5 councillors did in December.
The boys love their wastewater management infrastructure.
They love wastewater. They love it.
Oh boy, they can't get enough of it.
Oh, I bet they have taps going straight to their dens where they. It's like getting a beer at a local tavern.
And they sit and they watch golf at the country club and they complain about women, no doubt.
That's right. They go down to Larders and they play a round of golf and they laugh and they smoke their cigars. Makes me sick. It makes me sick, Nora.
Speaking of making you sick, how do you feel about cops, Tristan?
Well, I knew this question was coming. And frankly, I know that there have been some accusations about whether I'm secretly a cop or not, and I want to take this moment to 100% deny these accusations. I have never in my life been a police officer, and I would like to take this opportunity to, as a person speaking to the public, I would like to say that I fully support abolition of the police, and anyone who accuses me of being a cop, well, I have to say that they're wrong.
Well, there you have it. Definitive confirmation that Tristan Foy is not a cop and is in support of abolishing all cops. Thank you so much for joining us today, Tristan. It's very important to stay involved in local politics and also confirm that you are not a cop. I was
really
worried.
appreciate it. Yes, thank you very much for thank you for the time.
All right. Well, that's been John After Hours on the clock. Back to you, Francis.
Thank you, John. I'm glad we got the answers that we deserve, but I'm a little confused because I have a text message from Tristan Foy that says, "I'm not a cop." Laugh emoji. That's where I got confused, and that's why I spread that rumor. But anyway, it's besides the point. Now, if you're anything like me, when you think of cops, the first thing you think about is the wildly unnecessary use of force against people of color. But the second thing you think about is the remake of 21 Jump Street. Because I love a good cop movie. But what I love even more is a good lawyer movie. And with the addition of Legally Blonde to Canadian Netflix this week, I thought it was a good time to catch up with one of my favorite almost lawyers and stand-up comedian, Anjali Sandhu, to find out just how accurate the Elle Woods Harvard Law experience truly was. Anjali, let's do this.
Thank you for being here, Anjali.
Thanks for having me.
This is the most awkward question, and I just want to get it out of the way. Where are you from?
Winnipeg.
Like originally, like where is your family from?
That's a great question because I recently learned everyone was actually at one point in their grandma's womb. Because when your mom was in your grandma's womb, she had all her eggs. And so I guess Trinidad, that's where my mother was conceived.
Most of us know you as a comedian and former pageant queen.
Oh, wow, you dug into the hit. Okay.
Well, I do my research.
Former Miss Teen Winnipeg.
Now it seems you've sort of had a pivot in your career and your goals and aspirations. Why don't you talk a little bit about that?
Okay, I graduated from law school. I'm articling right now, which is an internship basically that you do after you graduate from law school. So I'll like draft pleadings, draft motions, write contracts. So once you have a law degree, you're not a lawyer. You have to do this articling period, and then you're called to the bar. We have a bar admission course instead of a bar exam.
So how long are you an articling student for?
1 year. Oh, I'm almost a month in.
Are you enjoying it so far?
Yes.
What inspired you to go to law school?
My mom told me to do something with myself.
Have you experienced any racism in your time as a law student? Keanu Reeves played a lawyer. Matthew McConaughey played a lawyer. Reese Witherspoon has played a lawyer. Matthew McConaughey, I think, played a lawyer twice. Who is your favorite fictional lawyer?
I know I'm gonna get in trouble for this. I love not the actor or any actors involved with the show, but I'm a really big Claire Huxtable fan.
My favorite fictional lawyer is Keanu Reeves in The Devil's Advocate. Al Pacino is Keanu's dad, and Keanu had to decide between staying true to himself or working for the devil. Right?
If Al Pacino was Satan and he hired you to work for him and he was secretly your dad, would you work for him or would you hold on to your values?
And your answer?
I would not do anything that would violate the Law Society's code of conduct.
So in that film, Keanu Reeves is a criminal lawyer. What kind of lawyer do you want to be?
I will be Canada's Judge Judy.
Have you seen the film Legally Blonde?
I have not. No, of course I've seen it.
How much of Legally Blonde was true to real life in your law school experience?
The only difference between me and Elle is that, like, I wanted to prove myself before showing my true Elle Woodsness. Like the first year I was kind of like, I still had a pink pens and stuff, but I didn't really, like, I wasn't wearing Barbie sweatsuits until second year.
Do you ever feel like you have to compromise yourself or your integrity as a person in your profession as a lawyer?
No, I don't think I have to compromise myself, but so when you're a regular person, you're accountable to yourself. But now that I'm a lawyer, I'm accountable to the Law Society. And so if I say anything that could put the legal profession into disrepute, I have to answer to them. So I guess there's more of a caution with things that I say now. And you definitely have to, I think you should always think before you speak, but I also have to think, am I going to be sanctioned for this? It's not that I say anything sanctionable. If I say something people don't like in this interview, they can report me to the Law Society. Like, I'm sure some people are going to report me for saying I don't believe in astrology. I don't believe in that, but Scorpio.
Do you feel like Monica Lewinsky was unfairly portrayed in the media?
Yeah, yes.
How do you feel about cops?
Oh, so I did a show called I'm Not Taylor Swift. I wish I could say it's because it was clever marketing, but it's literally because I love Taylor Swift. I like her. She's very fun. I love her songs. I love how she will make fun of herself. She doesn't take herself too seriously. I'm happy that she's getting more involved politically and using her voice for good and spoken out against Trump and things like that. Just Taylor keeps getting better and better.
Do you by any chance play Animal Crossing?
No. Great, thanks for having me. None of this is legal advice. I'm an articling student, not a lawyer.
And thank you, Angeline, for that total lack of legal advice. Now, we're almost at the end of our show, but before signing off, we like to kick it with a little segment called Answers with the Advice Avocado. And today we have a live audience member with a burning question, a question that is close to my heart as well. And for privacy reasons, this person's identity has been concealed.
Hi, Advice Avocado. I really need some advice. All of my friends make fun of me for wearing a mask. They say COVID-19 is it's just a hoax, like House Hippos or DJ Blitz. But I think that COVID-19 is real, and I want to wear a mask to protect myself and others. I mean, golly, I think wearing a mask is downright groovy, my dude. Should I hang tough and wear a mask even if my friends think it's a total bummer? Or should I throw my mask away and drop acid with them at Garbage Hill like during the good old days?
Hi, I am the Advice Avocado, and I know you are supposed to be an anonymous member of the public, but by golly, if that's not Daryl from Grant Park High School class of 1993, then I don't know what's hit me. God damn it, Daryl. Didn't we make out in the boys' locker room one time?
I mean, that was a long time ago. I can't really,
Look, Daryl, I'm gonna answer your question right now, okay?
Thank you.
My answer is, of course, House Hippos and DJ Blitz are real. And so is the COVID pandemic. And that's why you should come on down to Southern California with me and eat cherries and make out and smoke a couple sweet doobies.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I could try to do that once the United States border reopens.
I think you should come on down anyhow.
Well, I guess I could cross the border illegally.
I think you should get on a back of a truck and come on down across that sweet little border and bring yourself to my farm. And we can be together like old times, Daryl.
With a mask?
I don't think you need a mask where we're going, if you know what I mean.
I don't think I do, but thank you.
I'd like to leave you with some advice.
Okay.
Always wear a seatbelt unless you're on the back of a truck.
Well, thank you so much, Advice Avocado, who I didn't realize was American. And thank you to our guest viewer who came and asked us a really important question that I think the answer will benefit all of us. This has been Journalism with Francis, with me, Francis. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you, Winnipeg Fringe. And remember the immortal words of Matthew McConaughey, who has actually thrice played a lawyer. That's what I love about these high school girls, man. I get older, and they stay the same age.
Hi, it's me, ASMR. We've had a really hard year. Gin Main is still closed. Pallister is still in charge. Our mayor is nowhere to be found. He got in an Uber and never came back. Right now, I want you to relax. That's right. Just sit back. I want you to take one deep breath. Can you do that for me? Okay, good.
All right. Now let's throw to Ray and Tim on the patio with traffic.
Hey, excellent.
Hello.
Welcome
back.
Hello. Check.
Check. Is this thing on?
Yeah. Make some noise if you're here on the outdoor site. Our kind of outdoor site. We're here live. We're going to do some prize giveaways like we always do every night. I'm going to start with the online prize. You want to give me a hand here?
Oh, sure. I'd love to give you.
Let's show what the folks can win here.
Okay. Here we go. Hands
socially
going
distanced
into the bag.
Yeah.
Ow! That's a live snake. Oh, cool. Look at this. We got T-shirts. We got koozies. And there's a really nice...
Yeah, pull it out. There we go.
Oh, look at that. You can put so many things in that. You can put M&Ms, Smarties, water, vodka.
And you get this awesome tote bag.
Oh, man. I need more tote bags.
PBS, you get a tote bag. Hey, PBS, not PBS, but don't forget to donate to the Fringe, winnipegfringe.com. We're already planning for 2021, so help us out there.
That's right.
Anyways.
Just click the link. Click the link right here.
Yeah, right. Where?
I don't know. Click the link. There's a link. There's a link online. Just go to the link. Hit the link.
Yes. Okay. That went well.
It did.
So this is the online prize. The question is for all you onliners, and respond in the comments section. The question is, how many indoor shows were at the 2019 Fringe? How many indoor shows? 2019 Fringe. Put your answers online. When we go back inside, we'll pick a winner.
Yeah.
But we got a prize for the folks outside.
For the dedicated fans that came down for some live Fringe experience. All right. So the question we have for you, and if you know the answer, I'll get you to raise your hand. The question we have for you is, what food truck has been with the Fringe Festival since day one? And Advice Avocado is not the answer. So.
Well, hold on.
We got
one there.
We got one over here. What do you got?
Nucci's
Nucci's
Gelati.
Gelati, that's right.
Give the man a prize.
Yeah.
And?
I have been a volunteer since the first year.
Hey! Volunteer since the first day. Give it up.
Nice.
33-year volunteer. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Got to try that Nucci gelato. It's over on Corden. It's delicious.
And there's like 12 vendors usually at the Fringe. You can try one every day at the outdoor site. And usually at the Fringe, I'm the outdoor site manager. So it's one of the parts that I personally miss the most. So I'm going to throw it to a video of the outdoor site. Check it out.
All right, here we go. Now, I get the moment you've all been waiting for. I get to announce the winner of the online daily prize winner. All right, so it's going to be coming up. I'm probably going to be it's me! Just kidding, it's not me. It's, what's that? Reba Turleson! Reba Turleson is the winner! Fun fact about Reba, she bought one of my candles this summer. Great gal, great gal. All right, congratulations, Reba. So now I'm gonna throw to our next group. And honestly, they might be one of my favorites in the entire universe because they combine my two favorite things, great improv and free beer. So that's usually at the Fringe, but you can just drink beer from your fridge. So this next group, I don't have it here, but they are, you know them, Improvision. They are Ed Cuddy, Alan McKenzie, and George McRobb. So check it out. Oh,
hey! Thanks, Debbie. I'm a big fan of you too. Yeah.
And we have both Ed Cuddies here. We're Improvision. Those are Ed Cuddy.
And this is George McRobb, and that is Alan McKenzie.
Yeah. And we are going to have our suggestions down at the bottom of the screen for you, and we're going to take those suggestions from you.
Yeah, there's a 20-second lag, so we're going to throw hopefully the first suggestion up there right now, which is where is the last place you would expect? Oh, sorry. What does an accordion taste like?
What does an accordion taste like? So you tell us what an accordion tastes like in the comments here, which we can see. And we will not take that it tastes like yay provision, but we appreciate that, Alexis. Thank you very much.
We will also not take congrats, Reba.
Yeah, but congrats, Reba. That was really awesome. What does an accordion taste like? An accordion tastes like salmon.
So, I know you've probably been on a lot of dates before, but you've probably never been on the first date where someone has cooked you a little something special.
I know they say that there are plenty of fish in the sea. Me? I'm the only fish. That's right. You are welcome to dinner in my hall. I thought you got the memo that you were to bring your own salmon to dinner tonight so that I could work my magic on it. I don't know if I really sold the fact that I lean back when I talk and gesture which I can only assume is a sincere brandy. Sincere, that's hard to say. Yes, and speaking of sisters, I poured some cognac. Would you like some? Just to surprise you. The way I say cognac. That really hurt. The way I said cognac just now. Really hurt me right here. It's like I'm at war with myself. Part of me likes brandy, the other part likes cognac. What are we going to do? Because all of me is attracted to you. Don't speak. Shh. Okay, go ahead and speak. I'm tired of talking. Shh. What are we going to do about the lack of salmon? Do you have any fishing tackle that you can toss over my houseboat into the sea? Of course I'm kidding, because I'm cooking salmon for you right now. If you were paying attention, you would have known that. Don't speak. You'll ruin the dish. Shh. Oh, go ahead and speak. It's already ruined. See, the problem is, I love you. I know it's the first date and this is salmon. And I love that salmon more than I love you. In fact, I love the salmon so much that I can't bear to watch you eat. Stay away. Shh. Don't say anything. It's our first date. And I know that you already love me and that I don't love you. And I cannot love you because you're not salmon. But we are going to do the deed tonight, aren't we? But first, KFC? Maybe a pizza? Because apparently I've fucked the salmon. It's burnt. Burnt like my love for you. And that's the first thing that we did. That's the very first thing that we did. And that little bell about the salmon. That little bell hit the door, and it means I get to help. All right. So anyone who's been on a Zoom call knows what the Zoom pattern, right?
So what we're going to do is play a little guessing game. Alan's going into another room, to be behind the computer, and we're going to use to be blindfolded, and there are going to be backgrounds that he's going to have to guess based on the suggestions we give him. Because, why not? Yeah. So, I think it's good. No, I don't know. No, okay, we'll go with that. If there's a suggestion needed, it would have popped up on the screen. Probably. So, in the absence of anything, let's go ahead. We're just going to do this like a news report. Yeah, I'm going to throw to Alan live in the field as soon as he's set up. So, our awesome text, we're going to throw Alan up there. Oh, there he is. Go. So, the thing is, I couldn't believe that she could spit that far. Really? Well, I've heard rumors, but I've never seen evidence. Well, I was there. Okay. Sorry about that.
Hi, guys. Hi, I'm live on the field here.
Okay, hi, Alan. So, Alan, we're just kind of wondering, a lot seems to be going on where you are right now, including some gray hair on the side of the screen that could maybe scooch over just a touch.
Well, it is busy, very busy here. We're busy like bees over here. We're busy like bees.
Alan, I know that you've been working so hard on all the remote spots that you do, but I'm hoping that someday you'll get a chance to escape. Get a little time to yourself.
Yes, I do plan to escape prison soon.
Now, Alan, I know that there's a certain city that is the apple of your eye that you would love to escape to.
Of course, hey, just like anyone, who doesn't want to escape to New York every once in a while?
That's absolutely correct. Now, Alan,
and that's why I'm here. I'm here from New York to let you guys know that it's not quite time for tourists yet.
No, we can see that clearly now. That it's not time for tourists. But it looks like quite the thirst trap where you are, to be honest.
Oh, yeah, it really is. But that's why they put me in a tank of water.
Oh, well, listen, Alan, I just wondered, how did you hump your gear out there into the middle of nowhere? Yeah, how did you hump your gear out there, Alan?
Well, it's kind of interesting, guys. They say that, right now air travel is really tough, so I thought, why not bring my camel? I thought I'll take my camel out to New York.
Good idea, really good idea. That's great. Now, Alan, I know you're here to promote something special that you have going on. If you could just kind of move your head a little to the side. Just a little tiny bit. There we go. Oh, look, you have a special guest with you.
Oh, look at that. Who expected to see him here?
I certainly didn't myself. Oh, I know. I mean, just, you know what? Just chuck it, right? I mean.
Yeah, well, who thought I would run into Chuck McEwen here in New York?
Oh, beautiful. Right. Now, Alan, I hope that you have, if your plans to go to New York don't fall out, I hope you have a backup plan. Yeah, something that you can just bail out quickly if you need to.
Oh, of course. That's why I thought I would go to the bank first.
Yes, you probably should at some point go to the bank, but I just think that in case your career takes a nosedive, you should have something packed as a backup.
Right.
In case you need to jump out really quick,
Well, the thing is, I thought, why not just skydive right into New York City?
Beautiful. Perfect. That's right. Now, Alan, we have to ask some very probing questions right now.
Oh dear! Is this about the aliens?
It is about the aliens. Yes.
Oh, good. I guess I just read my memoir. It's all in the memoir.
Okay. Well, congratulations on escaping to New York with your alien friends and Chuck.
It was nice. It was nice to run into him here.
And great job on this story as always. But there's one last thing we should clear up.
Well, what's that, Ed?
Your passion for taking risks, for constantly getting into situations that are so risky.
Yeah. Well, Chuck and I do like to play a game of Risk every once in a while, or Monopoly.
Take some chances. You guys really play with fire, don't you? Totally. Yeah.
That's what got us down here in hell.
Now, I've heard a rumor, and maybe being a close friend of his, you can tell us if it's true. Is Chuck a hunchback? Or did he used to play football for a university in the United States?
Oh, no. See, the thing is, Chuck and I have just always wanted to go to Notre Dame.
Oh, it's too bad you missed it when it was more intact.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, I'll talk to Chuck about that.
It's completely right. Yeah.
Yeah. Notre Dame is completely
up in.
I wish I caught that.
Notre Dame, it's completely up in.
Oh, Notre Dame up in flames.
Yes,
right.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah, it's. I'm very. I don't know if you guys could tell. I'm crying about it. That's why I've got my eyes covered.
We all are. Really.
Thank you for not making us say that you're hot, Alan. And thank you very much for that.
Thanks, Alan.
Alan. You may as well join us back here in the studio. That's it. We're going to be back next with an in-depth interview with probably Alan McKenzie and his cat.
Yeah. So
I've never seen anyone
unbelievable.
Hey guys, I'm back from Paris.
Oh, there you go.
Hey.
All right. All right. Okay. So I'm gonna get out of your hair, and you guys can do something cool.
Okay, so webinars are really popular right now. So thought we would provide one for you all out there, and
it's about learning. Exactly. The Fringe is about learning. So
Always
learning a little bit from us.
Exactly. So
we're going to bring up a random word generator. But do we need something to start this?
I think we do. Yeah, I think we need a suggestion. What is the last place you'd expect to run into your mother?
Just type that in, and that's how you type.
Magically.
It's like that. This is not playing the piano; it's typing.
Typing. Some of us are like that. That's fine too.
Danielle has a hankering for mini donuts and lemonade. Don't we all? But that's not a date with your mom. Yes is also not an acceptable answer. Oh, hey, are we taking that? The grocery store. The grocery store is the last place I would expect.
I would too. So we're going to get a random word generator up here, and then we're going to use that to tell you about grocery stores.
All about our new grocery store.
Yeah. So, hey, welcome everybody. I'm Jim, and this is Jimmy.
That's right. I'm Jimmy. He's Jim.
That's
Don't
right.
get us mixed up.
Never. Because we're here to tell you all about our brand new concept in grocery stores. And what's the secret of our grocery store?
We only sell things that are dry.
Exactly. None of that icky wet stuff.
No.
It's so, off-putting.
No milk, no bottled water,
None of that stuff.
no wet cat food, nothing like that. Only dry goods. It's Jimmy and Jim's Dry Good Emporium.
And the reason that we've decided on this service model is very obvious when you think about it. What's the one thing that dry things give you?
You know what it is.
Come on.
Well, they do make you want to experiment with drugs.
Exactly, and that's where we found the concept for the store, by doing a lot of drugs.
A lot of drugs.
In high school.
Yeah.
Well, let's be honest, it started in junior high.
Well, we didn't need to tell them that, but
no,
it's
I guess
true.
not. Sorry,
It's
Jimmy.
True. Yeah.
So
it's
anyway,
okay, Jim. It's all right. Okay, but here's the thing. We experimented with some drugs. We realized that people just want dry goods, and they want a lot of them. They want to buy them in bulk. So we did what anyone would do.
Yeah, we went out there and we looked for prospects, okay? And we found lots of suppliers of dry goods so fast that we couldn't believe it.
Yeah, the problem is, though, we found them to supply us. The thing is, we need some startup money. Now, how are we going to get startup money?
That's what we asked ourselves.
There's only one way to get startup money, and that is earth flax.
Earth flax.
Earth flax is the one ingredient that can dry out anything.
And let me tell you, folks, when you discover the secret of earth flax, you'll discover that nothing can hold you back from achieving what you want in life, even if it's something as bizarre as
earth flax?
Cash.
That's right.
You wanted to be John Cash at one point, didn't you?
I did, but I was not. I never got the chance.
No, it's too bad. No. So that is the exception to the rule of earth flax.
That is true. But of course, we get the earth flax investments from, I hope you guys, and maybe some cash to go along with that. We'll see. But what you got to do with that cash and the earth flax, you got to pack it all together. You got to pack it all in and then send it to us. Any method you want. Uber is probably best. Uber it over to us, and then we'll put it into the store. And you won't believe it. Your money and earth flax will pay off.
And folks out there are probably asking, what's in it for me? Sure, you open this grocery store that only sells dry stuff. How do I benefit from this? And I'll tell you why. You benefit because our approach is that you are always wrong.
That's right. The investor, and the customer, both of you are always wrong. People say this is a bad approach. They say, Jimmy, remember the last place you opened? That didn't work out. But, we'll make this work this time.
And you know what? The thing is, we had a coach when we were young.
We did.
Yeah.
When we played sports together.
Yeah.
Jim and I, Jimmy. We were playing sports as kids, and our coach, well, he took us out to a restaurant one night, and he said, take anything off the menu you want.
So I chose steak.
You did.
And he said, right, you can't have that. That's off the menu.
That's right, he did. He was a bit of a jerk, twisting it around. A bit of a jerk.
Yeah.
But me, I just ordered a flag. See, I figured a nice flag draped over top of my meal would make the meal taste a little better. I'd feel patriotic, you know, and the coach felt patriotic. We all got up and sang "O Canada." It was beautiful.
It was beautiful, and that's how we ended up here today, telling you all about our grocery store that only sells dry goods.
That's right. So I really want you to invest in this store because it's going to make a lot of money. I think it'll make money. Do you agree with me?
Oh, we're in agreement.
We are, and we need you people to be in agreement with us as well.
Yeah.
But there's one more thing, other than of course the cash and the
Exactly, yeah.
we need. Just one more thing from you, and it's very important. What we need from you is some direction.
Yeah, because
we're really lost.
We've got our way here, but how do we get out of here?
I don't know. I really don't know what we're doing.
Because the grocery store needs staff, and so far it's just the two of us. So
Yeah. So
if you
can
have
help with that.
suggestions.
So money and basically running the place.
Running the place, yeah.
Thanks.
So your takeaway is that.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks so much.
All right. So we'll bring George back in here.
All right, now I'm just gonna leave.
Oh, all right. All right. George is actually getting way out of earshot down that long hallway into the big glass room in the back. So George is a criminal. He's going to have to confess to a crime that we're going to come up with right now.
Yes.
And he's going to have to confess to that, or the next scene won't end. So what we need from you is we need the crime that he committed, a famous person, someone from history, a celebrity, anyone, fictional character, and a random object. We'll start with the crime. What kind of crime did George commit? What was the crime? Fuck George is one. We don't want that. It's not a crime.
Not a crime.
I will take Keanu for the famous person.
For sure, we'll do
Want to
that.
take Keanu?
Yes.
But there's something wrong with Keanu.
Yeah, what's wrong with Keanu?
What is
He's not normal Keanu. He has
There's
problems.
something wrong with him. Okay, the crime, I think we're going to take bootlegging.
Bootlegging.
He was bootlegging with Keanu,
Keanu.
but let's get back to what's wrong with Keanu.
What is wrong with Keanu?
He's Keanu, but he thinks he's Danny DeVito?
Oh, that's interesting. That's
Okay.
really interesting. Okay, and how about an object?
Bowling pin.
Bowling pin. Okay, so George's crime is
he was bootlegging.
He was bootlegging with Keanu, but Keanu thinks he's Danny DeVito, and he used
A bowling pin.
Bowling pin to commit this crime.
Yeah. All right. So
That's
we're going to
great.
bring George back in. So the catch with this, because we hate each other and we're horrible, horrible people, every time George guesses wrong, he's going to have to pay a penalty. That penalty is one of these clothespins right in his face. And just so you know, don't try this at home or outside of your bubble.
Sorry, what?
So,
Yeah, we got you now, Kirk.
Yeah.
You guys got nothing on me.
Oh, no, we've got lots.
yeah, lots.
Yeah.
Now, you just talked. We want to get home. I'm a little thirsty. You feeling a little thirsty?
I'm quite thirsty.
So we want to get home and just call it a night. So just come on, confess. Just lay it all out there.
All right. Obviously, I skipped out on my tab at the bar. All right, had a few drinks. Ouch.
You know, I don't care.
You just went for it.
I don't care how you paid for your drinks, buddy. I really don't.
I didn't, but
No.
I guess that's not a crime here anymore.
No, it's not. You know, we have been working hard on this. We pulled ourselves up by the straps. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, those look good.
Yeah, you like them? They're
Yeah.
a little higher than my old ones.
Yeah, I like those.
Yeah.
I don't care for his shoes, but I like what you're wearing.
Thanks. Thanks very much. You know, by the way, you got a great set of gams on you.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we've been working together a while. I just noticed that.
Well, all right. It's an unusual crime, but I stole a pair of legs. Is what I. Oh, Jesus.
All right, come on. You're driving me to drink, man. You're driving me to drink here.
Okay, all right. Obviously, I had a few drinks. I drank and drove. Is what I did.
Really?
And it's oh,
You know what? You know what, Sarge? You were admiring these things, but they sure weren't made for walking. These things.
No, they weren't. They weren't made for walking.
These suckers were not made
And
for
they're
walking.
not authentic, are they?
No, they're not. They're. I thought they were, but somebody pulled the wool over my eyes, and I thought, yeah. All right, I've been making counterfeit boots. Is what I've been doing.
Really?
Counterfeit boots.
Jesus!
I'd like to give you the boots right about now, pal.
Yeah, and just where you would normally wear them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh man, this guy's driving me to drink. And I mean, I can't even do that here.
I'll bet you would just take anything at this point, whether it was from the liquor store or else.
Oh no, I'll just go to I'll go over anybody. I'll go to his place. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he'd provide something.
Yeah.
He probably could, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he probably could.
Yeah.
You know what, guys? I'm not gonna confess to you guys. Forget it. Not a chance.
Why not?
Because you guys got nothing on me.
Oh really? Well, we got a lot on you.
No, I really haven't heard anything that would suggest that there's been any.
Oh, it's time to lay the boots to him.
Yeah.
Let's lay the boots to this
You know
guy.
what, Sarge? First, I think I'm going to change out of these and put on some leggings.
Oh, put on the leggings instead of boots.
Yeah, like my yoga
You
leggings.
exchange boots for leggings.
Yeah.
Oh,
Change my boots
really?
for leggings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exchange boots for leggings. I really need a
Oh,
break.
ow! I didn't even say anything.
I know,
All right,
but you didn't say
okay.
anything.
All right. Oh, I will right now. Just trying to fucking stop me. I was bootlegging.
Oh!
I was bootlegging.
Whoa!
Jesus.
Whoa! I didn't see that confession coming so good. Whoa!
It's like we've traveled back in time.
Whoa!
Okay, Captain Obvious. Me and Keanu Reeves.
Oh, bravo!
Bootlegging.
But there's something wrong with
Yeah,
Keanu
she
Reeves,
was.
wasn't there?
Something
Something wrong with him.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Well, for one thing, you know, he's constantly surrounded by taxis. I don't know what's up with that.
Yeah.
Okay, so my accomplice, Keanu Reeves, now drives Uber.
You know, the funny thing about
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves is
Jesus.
he always wanted to be someone else, I think. You know, and then I met him once, I told him that, and then he got short with me.
Yeah, you know, that's weird because I thought he was a taller guy. He'd like to stay taller, but apparently no.
No, he wants to be
He
small.
just gets short with you when you.
Always gets short.
Okay, all right. Obviously, everyone knows Keanu Reeves has always wanted to be Martin Short.
Oh, Jesus! The funny thing is, I heard a rumor that Keanu had a twin.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, but his twin didn't look like him, right? His twin was like twice his size or something.
Okay,
The other way, yeah.
Yeah, weird.
Okay, so I almost left it. Sorry, that just happened naturally.
Here, I'll give you a new one.
Thank you, Jesus. Keanu Reeves. A lot of people sometimes mistake him for Danny DeVito.
Well, why is that? Why did they mistake him?
Is
Is that something he would like? Is that something he would want?
Yes, because Keanu Reeves is a Danny DeVito impersonator.
Good enough. Good enough. Since
Thank
we're on a
you.
time limit. But look, the thing is, what gave you guys away? It was the object that we found.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. We
What
saw
was
that.
that?
Listen, we thought that's gonna strike them both down.
Yeah.
That's gonna strike both those guys down. Him
That's
and
right.
Danny DeVito.
All right,
Keanu Reeves.
obviously, what we used to bootleg was a thunderbolt.
Oh man, I
Because
tried
one
to make
thing-
that easy
Hey,
for
Sarge,
you.
Sarge, no. I'm gonna make a pie after because this is so difficult, and I'm gonna get one of those rolling things to.
Oh yeah. That's a good idea.
Yeah, and then afterward, maybe we can go shoot some. You know, like
Yeah, that'd be great. We'll call up the dude and he'll meet us and
Yeah.
we'll go have a good time.
5 or 10 works.
Oh, okay, all right. We're gonna confess, you guys. I take back everything I said about defunding the police. You guys are so good. So me, I was bootlegging, totally guilty of bootlegging with Keanu Reeves, who's a Danny DeVito impersonator.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Now I'm losing it. And we used a bowling pin. We used a
Oh,
bowling
right.
pin.
Well, let's set that.
Oh,
Nice work.
There you go, piece of garbage.
Jesus Christ!
So I think we're almost out of time. So we only are going to do one more thing for you, and that is the whole show. Yeah, we're going to redo the whole show for you one more time.
Yep. Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Hey!
So the suggestions will be at the bottom of the screen. So the first suggestion is salmon.
Salmon.
Right.
Yeah.
Let me in there.
So it's our first date, and I'm cooking you up some set.
What a lack of character that voice has.
Oh, I guess this is how George tries to sound sexy. Oh.
You know what? I've had so much sexual success making salmon. Fuck you.
Can we get a pizza because the salmon is toast?
All right, I'm
All right,
going to leave the room now, guys.
There he goes.
All right. So Alan's going to be basically in some Zoom backgrounds. All right. And blindfolded. It's nice. Eat your heart out, industrial light and sound with our special effects.
That's amazing.
All right. Okay. So Alan, somebody has chosen the background of my favorite movie. What would that be?
That would have to be Escape from New York.
All
right,
Escape
it's
from
gonna
New
be
York.
easy.
Oh my God! Look at you. You're in quite the thirst trap there, aren't you, Alan?
What?
Hump. Quite the.
What?
Are you going to be humping?
I don't know. This either has something to do
Whiskey?
with Chuck McEwen or a camel.
There you go.
You know, everyone gets those two confused.
It's
Love you,
often
Chuck.
a mistake.
Thank you very much
Thanks, Chuck.
letting
Thanks
us
for
be
the
a
gig,
part of
Chuck.
it. Okay, so anyway, all right, so I'm going to leave now, and you guys do a thing.
Okay.
All right, and we are going to tell you all about our wacky new grocery store.
Where you only sell dried stuff. That's unbelievable. I can't believe we came up with that.
I know. Will you stop blocking my head?
Sorry.
You're always blocking my head.
I keep
All
looking
right.
at the green light.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it
Look at the
mesmerizes
green
me.
light. Okay.
Here I go. Oh, sorry. Okay.
Jeez. Okay, let's bring George back in.
Yeah, bring him back.
All right, so all right, you guys got nothing on me. I have no idea what I
Oh
did.
no! Look, boots. He's wearing boots, and they
Okay,
change it for
so
leggings.
obviously counterfeit legs. Ooh, ow! All right, that kind of hurt. All right, so I was bootlegging.
Whoa!
With Keanu
Whoa!
Reeves.
Oh, you thought there's something wrong with
Oh,
that,
he
Keanu
wants to be Martin Short.
Oh my gosh.
Ow! Oh Jesus. Okay. So he wants to be Danny DeVito. He's
Yeah,
Danny,
yeah,
Keanu
that's right,
Reeves
yeah.
is a Danny DeVito impersonator. Who? Ooh, jeez.
Let's go bowling
Come on.
after.
Who? We
We'll
did
call
it.
up the
We
dude.
did it with a bowling pin. A bowling pin.
Hey, you got it,
Hey,
right done. All right, hey.
That's our show, everybody.
Our show.
Thank you
so
very much.
Good night.
Night. See you next year at the
Bye.
Real
Bye.
Friends. Bye.
There we go. Now I got my head
There's
straight.
the green light.
Excellent. Give it up for Improvision. Thank you very much for joining us. Good night. We're still going strong. We're still going strong.
And good night.
Yeah, no, not good night at all. We're actually going to let you in on a Fringe tradition. In previous years, we had an amazing tech, JBJ, and in the mornings, he would deliver the most amazing Fringe morning poetry. Kind of give us some energy, give us a bit of hilarity, start the day off on a good note. So we're going to let you in on the tradition. I'm actually, going to put on my staff badge just to make it a little more official. Check it out. Official staff badge, right on. And I'm going to do a little radio thing, even though I don't have my radio here. I'm going to go outdoor site to JBJ. Hi. Hey, JBJ.
Go for JBJ.
Yeah, go for JBJ. What's up?
Oh, it's the morning, just open the venue, and I'm like, gonna do the poetry. So I gotta get on to Site Tech and tell everything's good, okay?
Take it away, JBJ.
Venue 2 to Site Tech. Stand by for poetry. Something is wrong. This just isn't right. Market Square is empty. The cube shut up tight. No vendors, no jugglers, no helpful volunteers, no crowds, no handbills, no tickets for beers. It's so quiet downtown, and it sucks large. We should be watching plays for a nominal charge. We should be scouring our programs for something interesting, not bathing in sanitizer while socially distancing. It's weird to be longing for a time less scary, like the bitterly cold, dark days of February, when performers were rehearsing all of their scenes before the fear of catching the COVID-19. But we are Fringers, and we have ingenuity. So we'll present our fringy art virtually through Facebook, StreamYard, and apps like Zoom. We'll get to see the inside each other's living rooms. It's nowhere near perfect, and it's just not the same. Our art needs a stage, not a Google mainframe. For now, we'll have to settle for staring at a screen until there's a readily available vaccine. I hope that comes soon and they find a fix, because we're running out of things to watch on Netflix. When this is done, there will be such a party. And the only masks we'll need are for Commedia dell'arte. We'll dance, we'll hug, perform to people in seats instead of observing a bubble of at least 6 feet. We'll gather in large groups and we'll do things we adore instead of following arrows marked out on the floor. I miss the posters, the lineups, the smell of stale beer, street meat, word of mouth, people you haven't seen in a year. The screaming mimes, fire eaters, and overtired crews. Oh God, I'm gonna say it. I miss the reviews. I want to run into the square and start giving out handbills. Climb 9 flights of stairs and see a show that gives me chills. I long for mini donuts and $9 fried cheese curds while listening to microphones feed back during a cover of Freebird. I've seen the Fringe survive floods, budget cuts, venue shortage, supercell storms, bad press, and massive construction on Portage. It weathered it all, soldiered on. It was all academic. Who knew that it could be halted by a global pandemic? So we have to be vigilant until this plague is done in order to have a Winnipeg Fringe 2021. Cough on your elbow, stay home, wash your hands, so that we can once again see people in the stands. But you know this. I'll shut up and stop talking about the pox. The last thing you need is another privileged white man on a soapbox. So here's hoping that next year we can play under a new normal and we get to exercise our theater festival informal. Until then, stay safe, practice the distancing laws, and dream of next year and that sweet sound of applause. Over.
That was magical.
Yeah, man, sentimental.
Yeah.
Got the feels.
It's too bad only the Fringe volunteers get to get a taste of that poetry every morning. It must be a beautiful thing to start the day off.
It's a bonus of having that radio.
Yeah.
At the end of the festival, you got radio talk. You can hear radio for days, but
yeah, right.
Makes it all worth it, man.
Yeah, I should get a radio.
Yeah,
You know what? I'm gonna get a radio. I've decided.
Channel 1, bro. Channel 1.
And you can help get more radios for me and the Fringe Festival if you would take the time, if you have the available funds to donate to the Winnipeg Fringe Festival. You can do that through the website, winnipegfringe.ca or .com. .com. They got the .com. That's good. I was sitting on the org, and I'll sell it to you for $10. But yeah, if you can help support the Fringe is all about the support of the people who, breathe life into it year after year, and we wouldn't be here without you, and you wouldn't be here without us. So.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, we can do without you. And the donations also help the Fringe give 100% of the box office to our artists.
Which is huge. As an artist who's been doing the Fringe Festival for many years now, since 2011, every year I look forward to being able to pay my rent on time.
Yeah.
For a couple months after the Fringe, and it's life-changing. It's giving you some validation that your art matters and that performing matters and that people do care about theater and live performance, and it's a beautiful thing. So if you're watching at home, if you can help out, hit up the website.
Donate.
Donate.
Another thing about the Fringe, it's long. It's a long haul. And I remember a couple of years ago, it was like day 12, and I'm like, I've only seen 2 shows. So I was lucky to get a ticket for this show about Josephine Baker.
Ooh.
And it absolutely blew my mind, the talent of this performer, singing, acting, dancing, and going into the history of Josephine Baker and the Black history of it. For me, it was such an amazing story. So we are absolutely privileged and lucky to have with us Tamisha Harris.
Hi.
What's up?
Hi. Hey, howdy. How y'all
How you
doing?
doing, sister?
Actually,
Doing
I
good.
should have greeted you with snaps from the poet. Yes.
It's all good. It's all good. So how you doing?
I'm hanging in there, hanging in. Being in Florida is funny, and learning experience. But no, we're doing all right. We're staying quarantined in our own little area. As you can see, I have my own little area. It's called the Tamu Shed.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice. Well, stay safe. Stay safe.
Yeah.
We're definitely thinking of you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, like I said, you had an amazing show here in Winnipeg, and you've toured it all around about Josephine Baker. Tell us about your experience in Winnipeg and maybe what makes the Winnipeg Fringe different from all the other Fringe and what you're going to miss about Winnipeg.
Oh my gosh, I miss Winnipeg already. I miss where we would be staying, first of all, which would be at the Mariachi's. Mariachi's theme suites and inns. I miss where we would be staying, first of all, which would be at the Mariachi's.
I think we can hear you. You're okay.
You all right? Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
So Lowell and Don over there, we've got some friends, Jed, and mostly the people. And I'm just going to miss not going to the Cube. I'm also really going to miss Chosabi.
Yeah. The Chosabi, the sushi burritos.
Sushi burritos that are around the corner.
Yeah.
I cannot get enough. And, Winnipeg was probably the second place to embrace the show as it did, and embraced the show so well. So there's just a special place in history for the show that Winnipeg has for it. I love the freedom. I love walking around. I love going to the PTE and just having the atmosphere. Going to the Cube. It's I look forward to next year.
Oh, we look forward to having you here next year. One more quick question before we get to your performance. How did you come about the Josephine Baker story? What motivated you to do the research and perform and do such an amazing performance and portrayal?
We started doing the show during the show in 2015 and debuted in 2016. So the political climate that was going on in the United States was about to turn. And just thinking back to strong women, and I needed a platform to enhance my strength because I kind of started feeling a little lost as an artist, a little taken for granted and blah, blah, blah. So I needed something to strengthen myself. Josephine's story came in because it was a story of crossing borders, crossing barriers, trend setting, becoming the first African-American, French-American superstar in the world, and busting down doors that if she hadn't been able to do some of that, I wouldn't be able to do this and pay tribute to her. So the story just transcends time. Lots of repeats, and so having this moment to get back into a story that was lost, I'm honored to do that.
Excellent. Then another brief question to add on to that. What does this story mean to you now in the social climate that we're in right now?
Oh gosh, I feel like it's more important than ever to get the story out and to possibly branch it out to other young women or other women to empower them to be able to do the show. She's with me all the time, and we keep growing, and we're actually doing a little bit more with our sequel. But yes, I just know that it's more important than ever to have Josephine's story and her understanding out there.
Amen. Bless. Well, thank you for being brave. Thank you for sharing the story.
Absolutely.
We're going to go into Random Times with Atush. You want to give us a quick description and throw it to the video?
Sure. So Random Times with Tush is kind of a video project about love and protest and unity, community and understanding, and a little bit of randomness in there. I have 4 videos that I'm going to show. One is the protest and kind of how I feel about America right now. And like the same thing, they're actually all kind of protests. But I got Mississippi Goddamn, moving into Can't Get Started, which is more or less the title, and the Black woman's viewpoint of how America deals with it, with us. Moving on to a little conglomerate show about a song, Come Together. I just brought some friends in and I started a workshop so that people can join in. And the last one is a little excerpt into a show called The Peak Perspective, which I'm going to be doing with my burlesque group and my best friend Blue Star, her company. We've got a whole different take on our burlesque side and how we're dealing with the COVID collection, or the COVID lockdown situation. And so it's just 4 random videos. It's the beginning, it's the workshop. So have fun. Do what you got to do in order to, enjoy it. People out there, get a drink, dab, whatever you want to do. Get a snack, ice cream. I'm eating my ice cream right now. Yeah, so a big shout out to all the people that are there in Winnipeg. I've got Adam Schwartz. There's, I think, Alistair and Stephanie, and I'm missing so many names right now. We've got John and Corinne, and Lewis and WT. You all, the people at the Fringe, the volunteers, the techs, everybody, thank you for tuning in and supporting the arts. And yeah, have a little bit of random time with you.
Thank you. Can't wait to see you. So here it is, Random Times with Tush by Tamisha Harris. Thank you for joining us.
The name of this tune is Mississippi Goddamn. I mean every word. Alabama's got me so upset. Tennessee made me lose my rest. And everybody knows about Mississippi Goddamn. Alabama's got me so upset. Tennessee made me lose my rest. And everybody knows about Mississippi Goddamn. Can't you see it? Can't you feel it? It's all in the air. I can't stand the pressure much longer. Somebody say a prayer. Alabama's got me so upset. Tennessee makes me lose my rest. And everybody knows about Mississippi Goddamn. This is a show tune, but the show hasn't been written for it yet. Hound dogs on my trail, school children sitting in jail, black cat cross my path. I think every day is gonna be my last. Oh, Lord have mercy on this land of mine. We all gonna get it in due time. I don't belong here, so I know. Keep on saying go slow. Don't tell me, I'll tell you. Me and my people just about do. I don't been there, so I know. Keep on saying go slow. But that's just the trouble. Do it slow. Washing the windows. Do it slow. Picking the cotton. Do it slow. You're just plain rotten. Do it slow. You're too damn lazy. Do it slow. To think it's crazy. Do it slow. Where am I going? What am I doing? I don't know. I don't know. Just try to do your very best. Stand up, be counted with all the rest. And everybody knows about Mississippi Goddamn. Bet you thought I was kidding, didn't you? Picket lines, school boycotts. They try to say it's a communist plot. All I want is equality for my sister, my brother, my people and me. Yes, you lied to me all these years. You told me to wash and clean my ears and talk real fine just like a lady. And you'll stop calling me Sister Sadie. Oh, this whole country is full of lies. You're all gonna die and die like flies. I don't trust you anymore. You keep on saying, go slow, go slow, slow. It's trouble, 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 trouble. That's just the trouble. Do it slow. Desegregation. Do it slow. Mass participation. Do it slow. Reunification. Do it slow. Do things gradually. Do it slow. It bring more tragedy. Why don't you see it? Why don't you feel it? I don't know. I don't know. You don't have to live next to me. Just give me my equality. And everybody knows about Mississippi. Everybody knows about my America. Everybody knows about Mississippi. God damn. That's it. I've been around the world in a plane. I've settled revolutions in Spain. Oh, the North Pole I've charted. Still I can't get started with you. The golf course, I'm under par, and all the movies want me to star. I've got a house, a showplace, still I can't get no place with you. You're so supreme. Lyrics I write of you, scheme just for the sight of you. Dream all day and night and just what good does it do? In 1929, I so sure. In England, I'm presented at court. Oh, you got me downhearted. Still, I can't get started with you. life so short. In England, I'm presented at court. Oh, you've got me downhearted. Still, I can't get started with you.
I've been recording. We got just 5 days to get there. But you have to get 5 days to drive. And there and back. Ready? Go top. Here come old flat top ankle. Moving up slowly. Juju eyeballs, he would only go. And down to his knees. Got to be a joker. He just got to be pleased. Start it one more time. Was it better when I came in when we sang together?
Yeah, on top. All of us were gonna sing to the top, right?
Well, let's do us two. Okay. And then he wore no shoes on. Do you know where we are?
I thought it was
Because I got no idea what that is. No, I'll just listen.
It's also 5 in the morning. Drums. Nice bass in there. Hey, hey, here come old flat top, he come grooving up slowly. He got juju wambo, he won holy rolla. He got hands down to his feet. Got to be a joker, he just took away. He's out. He went on shoe shine, he got toes and football, he got monkey fingers, shoot, go, 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 go. I know you, and you know me. One thing I can tell you is you got to be free. Come together. Oh, me. And I don't know if I saved it. We'll wait till like this. Look at this tape.
You didn't say.
Ready? Take it. Oh.
Hurry up!
Then you hit this.
He made me blue.
Glorious number. He got
Oh, no sideboard, he got
smile crackers. Feet down below
his knees. Hold you in his armchair, you can feel his disease. Come together right now.
Right over me.
What's it called? Down as people talking music.
Hey, hey, hey.
No, I think for this, right?
Okay, so this is the band solo, the drum solo in
Because
there,
all this
bass. Imagine the big band. Stay. Dancers, fireworks. I can't afford fireworks. So I can give you fireworks.
No, but she wants to do.
Bring it in now. He roller coaster, he got oil and water, he got holy water, he won Mojo Fantastic. One is 3. Got to be good looking, so hard to see. Come together. Right now, over me. Come on, jam out. Come on, yeah. Come on.
We got come together. We come together. Come together. Come together. Come on with me. We gon' change the world. We gon' do it all because art's here. That's fine.
That was 3 minutes of nothing.
Bunch of 5 minutes of randomness. Yeah, thank you for coming to the workshop very first. It is 5 in the morning. It's time to go, but thank you.
Come gather round, people, wherever you roam, and admit that the waters around us have grown, and accept it that soon we'll be drenched to the bone. I hope that time to you is worth saving, so you better start swimming or you'll sink like a stone. For the times they are a-changing. Come writers and critics who prophesize with a pen, please keep your eyes wide. The chance won't come again. And don't speak too soon, for that wheel still spins, and there's no telling who that it's naming. For the loser now will be the later to win. For the times they are a-changing. Come senators and congressmen, please heed our calls. Don't stand in the doorways. Don't put up your walls. For those who get hurt will be the pulse of us all. There's a battle outside, and I know that it's raging. Oh, it'll soon shake your windows and rattle your walls. The times they are a-changing. Come mothers and fathers throughout our beautiful lands, and don't you criticize what you don't understand. For your sons and your daughters are beyond your command. Your old hateful road is rapidly aging. Oh, so please get out of our new one if you can lend a hand. The times they need a-changing.
Wow, that was amazing.
Yeah. What a
yeah,
talent.
When you think of fringe shows, a lot of times we think of like sketch and improv and comedy, which are all great shows, but every once in a while you get this inspiring show that shares this great message, and you have this amazing performer like Tamisha. So thank you again,
thank you.
Tamisha, for sharing your talent. And wow, imagine what love can do if we all loved each other, man.
Yeah. Oh.
Whew. Okay. Other things I love about Fringe. Food.
Food. Yeah, I'm hungry.
Tell us what your favorite Fringe food is, your favorite food vendor. Give them a shout out here in our comments.
Yeah.
And we kind of had a cool journey.
We certainly did. Yeah, like we're missing out. You know, I've got the cravings. I got to go to Little Bones. I got to track down where these trucks are parked across the city so I can get my, truck food fix. Yeah. But you and I went and we ate at the Originator, the original food vendor who has been with the Fringe since day one, over on Corden, Nucci Gelati. Gelato? We're having some gelati. Mine's almost done. Melted. Half of it melted, half of it was on my arm. So it took everything I had to not eat it between here and across the street. So we're here at Corden in front of Nucci's Gelati. Nucci's Gelati is the only food vendor at the Fringe that has been there since day one. So shout out to them. Yeah. Come visit them here on Corden. Yeah. Support them. We love them. They always treat us well with wicked gelati. Yeah. They hooked me up with black cherry and mango here. And I am so bad at picking combinations. Yeah. So like whenever I go, I'm like, try to get some chocolate and do you have any dog food? I just don't know how to. I'm like, sorry, sir, we don't, but we have mango. I'm like a 5-year-old making a sandwich. I don't know what I'm doing. And I got pistachio. That's my go-to, and it's dripping all over the place. So yeah, we should probably end the segment and send it back to the studio, but we're not live, so you'll be cutting back. Anyways, come visit Nucci's Gelati. Sorry, on you. This is horrible, but this is the best. Go to Fringe Food. You gotta try it. You don't like that shirt. Go to Fringe Food. What would you say? What would you say? Go to Fringe Food? Yeah. That's a great idea. Nucci's Gelati for sure, but also like when you're a Fringe Festival performer and you're on a budget, there's nothing better than a single veggie samosa from India Palace for like $2. Man, that'll hold you over for sure. You gotta cap that off with some delicious gelati. Mine would be the wood-fired pizza. It's a good way to bring stuff to start a shift or to end a shift. So anyways, I'm gonna have my soup. We'll see you back at the studio or the gas station. Cheers. Cheers. Yeah, that was a good time. That was a great time.
Flinging around gelati probably wasn't COVID friendly.
Probably not.
But still good.
Still great.
Yeah.
So what do we got? Mini donuts and the lobster poutine from the King's Head.
I didn't know they had lobster poutine.
Yeah, my go-to at the King's Head is always the Cajun chicken penne pasta.
Yeah.
We used to do a lot of comedy shows at the King's Head back in the day, and that was my meal every week. It was so good.
Excellent.
Never got sick of it.
Someone's talking about a plastic cup of wine. Little Bones goes great with keeping it classy.
Yeah, it certainly does.
Yeah. What else we got here? Favorite food truck is better than Baba's pierogies.
Those pierogies are so good.
Yes.
Yeah. Also, we got a shout out for the veggie samosas. That's one thing that I was talking about there.
Yep.
Like that could get you through, if you need something quick and now that's your thing.
Totally.
What is the wood fire pizza? It was always great.
Wood fire pizza. Caillou Grill. KYU, was it Q?
Yeah,
KYU
Q Grill.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And Falafel Dude.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I can eat it all. I can eat it all. But we got to get to the entertainment. What do we have next?
Oh, we got a great act getting ready to perform for the people out on the patio. Let's get a weather report from Dana. Dana.
Weather. What?
All right. Weather update. Still good. All right. Welcome back to the live patio. And please join me in welcoming to the stage Winnipeg's own Tommy Douglas Keenan and Laura Bangin' Olafson.
It's broken into 100 pieces. You can put away that motherfucking glue, she says. But I'll spend 100 hours on my hands and knees, my God. And I'll inhale the fumes till I cannot see, my God. And maybe it'll look like something that a child has made. You would praise him and kiss him and hold him back a crate. He would get into fights with the smaller and smarter kids. They would tease him 'cause they all know what his daddy did. His daddy is a bum who fucked up a really good thing. And to put it back together, he'd do just about anything. If I manage to mend it, maybe it'll break again. It really looked pathetic if I tried to fix it then. But I'll spend 100 hours on my hands and knees, my God. I will spend 100 hours on my hands and knees, my God. I will spend 100 hours, my God. I will spend 100 hours, my God. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow, so I really didn't, I thought we were going to be in there playing to Chris Coyne, the sound guy, and have you guys all out here watching on a screen. So it's really exciting to play in front of people. It's really fucking exciting. All right, I can take my spurs off.
Take your spurs off.
Spurs off.
Spurs off.
All right. So that was the hit single off my first album. And this is off of an upcoming album. Who knows when? It's finished, but no reason to release it right now. But it'll come out soon enough. This is called Moving On. I'm moving on. I've lost my sweetest friend and I'll be gone by this month's end. I have tried to worm my way back in, to cry like a dog shaved down to his skin. I'm determined to keep this humility, but there is no way to test it when my only friend is me. I'll be gone, as I've said, alone for a while. Keep moving on from bed to bed, kilometer 2 miles. I brought this on myself. I thought it would feel right, but now I don't know how to go through day into night. Night is long. If I dream or if I wake, she's in my mind. It is more than I can take. I've mowed my lawn for the very last time. I'm moving on, spending every last dime. I'm moving on. I've lost my sweetest friend. She was a song that I never thought would end.
Thank you.
Ooh, thank you. Chris, I'll take a little less of me in the monitor if you don't mind. Thank you. You're a dear. I've
coin
missed
is
you
the
so
best.
much. Yeah, I've missed you so much.
Thank you so much to Chuck and everyone at the Fringe who made this happen. This is really wonderful. And thank you all for coming out. This is what a treat.
Beautiful. Don't put those spurs back on, Tommy Douglas.
Okay.
Okay.
This is a Shakespeare song that a friend of mine and I wrote the music for. Oh, you're gonna
I count this one in.
Beg your pardon.
Excuse me.
False start.
It's okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Was a lover and his lass with the hey, the ho, the hey, nonny no. That o'er the green cornfield did pass with the hey, the ho, the hey, nonny no. In the springtime, the only pretty ring time, when birds do sing, hey ding-a-ding, hey ding-a-ding-ding. Sweet lovers love the spring. Between the acres of the rye, with the hey, ho, hey, nonny no, these pretty country folks would lie with the hey, ho, hey, nonny no. In the springtime, the only pretty ring time, when birds do sing, hey ding-a-ding, hey ding-a-ding-ding. Sweet lovers love the spring. Take with the present time, with the hey, ho, hey, nonny no. Love is crowned with the prime, with the hey, ho, Anybody know? In the springtime, the only pretty ringtime, when birds do sing, hey ding-a-ding, hey ding-a-ding-ding. Sweet lovers, love the spring. Sweet lovers, sweet lovers, love the spring. Sweet spring, sweet lovers, love the spring. Sweet lovers, love the spring. La 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 la, la 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 la.
Sweet lovers. They love the summertime too. Am I right? Yeah. Well, what a time.
What a time.
What a time to be alive. Hope you're all doing okay.
How y'all doing?
Yeah. Awesome.
You okay?
Perfect. Perfect.
Pretty quiet.
Well,
This song is called "Rich People," and it's dedicated to the richest person here. I don't know who you are. Rich people know how to party. I've never seen such class in my life. They mistake me for a rich man. They mistake you for my wife. We share knowing looks with the servants as they offer us more champagne. Our smiles turn into giggles as the bubbles enter our veins. We were first to arrive, we'll be last to depart. And these gracious folks, they laugh at our jokes while we're having our way with the bar. Ha ha ha, ha ha ha, ha ha so many rooms in this house. I want to take you in every one, but you must remind me that you're not mine by flirting with rich men's sons. We play them some songs on the piano. They're delighted that it's getting used. We harmonize and bring tears to their eyes with a dignified form of the blues. They mistake you for my wife, and I feel like a lucky man. Their old money charm and you on my arm make me think that maybe I can live in this fantasy life and somehow convince you to stay. And until I sleep, I'm able to keep this bliss that you've brought me today. Thank you.
Oh, Just gonna put my egg shaker down on my toilet paper roll here. It's a little cushion for it. I don't know if this might be the last roll of toilet paper that, oh no, wait, we're over that. But I'm gonna hang on to it just in case. Great toilet paper caper of 2020.
All right, this is all right.
Oh,
hi. This is a brand new song. So some friends of mine and I have been writing a song a week and sharing them with each other. And if we miss a week, we're out for the month. And this was one I did back in April. And so I hope you'll be forgiving with. Oh, I need this thing.
and I need this thing, so I put it back on its.
That's what's going to screw me up. But here we go.
Wow.
Y'all ready?
Oh yeah.
Discount room in the holy city. Location ain't much and the view ain't pretty. There's a bed and a chair and a sink, that's all. A bathroom down at the end of the hall. Put down my bag, throw some water on my face. Say, what do you say? We take a look around the place. One look in your eyes and one thing's clear. We're locking the door and we're staying right here. Holy, 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 holy. The world does a turn and we venture outside with a phrase book and something about a camel ride. In a pair of rings, you had the presence of mind to buy. The concierge smiles and he gives me a wink. I wonder if he knows we've been pissing in the sink. Or does he just love to see a honeymoon? It's easy to assume. Been in our room from noon till noon. Holy, 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 holy. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
We got one more for you. And thanks again to the Fringe for having us. This is really nice.
Yeah.
Just real nice.
Beautiful.
Is there someone else on after us? There's a video after us.
Cool.
So you can, all right.
This is a great song for this summer.
Oh yeah, this is a summer song.
This is a, yeah.
It's a true story. Ready?
Yeah.
I'm in love with a lake. The lake was created by a meteorite. Explosion of fire on a cold, dark night. The rain disappeared for years. The rain disappeared for years into the deepest hole. Until it was full. Until the water reached the edges and the rest of us could drink again. The rest of us could drink again. The rest of us could drink again. I drank from the lake with my head dunked in. I dove in the lake and I'm all sunk in. I'm in love with the lake. I'm in love with the lake. My naked body sinks, and now others drink from a body of water that's the baby of a meteorite. And I am drowning far, far from sight. That's right, I'm in love with the lake. 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 Thank you very much. Have a good night.
Bless your souls. Thank you.
All right, make some noise for Tommy Douglas Keenan and Laura Bangin'
Bangin'.
Olison.
Uh-oh.
Don't go anywhere. Don't go
What have we
anywhere. I want to
started
chat with
here?
you guys for a few minutes.
Please.
This is kind of bittersweet because the last theater show I saw was Tom's show by Grand Central Station at PTE, and Laura was there on opening night as well. So
We hugged. I remember that.
yeah, that's the last time
that
I
was
gave you a hug.
Long time ago.
So here, virtual hugs, but
Yep.
here we are. We're out and about. We're around people.
4 months later?
Hearing-
3? I
Yeah,
don't know.
March 13th,
I've
Friday
lost
the
count.
13th.
Friday the 13th. That's right. Wow.
So here we are.
Holy moly.
Yeah.
Favorite Fringe memories? One from each of you.
Ooh,
I remember I was doing a show, a kids show by Corey Wojcik, and
hey, Wojcik is in
What?
the audience.
And, I was playing the imaginary friend of this girl, and I was doing some sort of stuff downstage, and then suddenly I noticed a change in the audience, and then I realized that there was a stranger on stage. This guy had like made his way from the street, and he was on stage, and I think he was drunk, and I was like completely paralyzed. I was like, dropped character completely. I was like, can I help you? And he said, and he was ready to play. He was like, I'm just looking for the boss.
That's so pretty.
And then the stage manager came and took him away.
Well done. Well done. Laura.
Oh, I
Fringe memory.
can't top that.
You don't got to top it.
But I will say that, a couple of fringes I've had. I've been like the host at the stage there. It's been so much fun. And a couple of years ago, a whole gang of Australians were there, doing passing the hat
Yeah,
and
the
doing
street performers.
street performing during the day. And we got to know each other really, really well. And they gave me beautiful gifts from Australia, like on the last day. And yeah, my heart.
That's
Yeah,
like the
I have
magic
so
of
many
the
good
Fringe.
memories and parties at the Rocker. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh!
Oh
like,
gosh.
come
oh gosh.
on.
If you guys out there,
Like,
give us your
holy
memories.
moly.
Hashtag WPG Fringe. Be active there. Give us likes. Subscribe to us
Mm-hmm.
on YouTube. I'd like to give some thank yous. We'd like to thank Bell MTS, which is our kids venue sponsor. I'd also like to thank Assiniboine Credit Union, who helped us put on this live event and helped us pay for our amazing talent here, and also the University of Winnipeg for providing us with the equipment to do this. So give them a round of applause, make some noise. We have one more act. Hello, I can't see so many amazing faces I've seen out here. And I can't forget, someone's yelling in my ear for volunteers as I'm shouting out to the volunteers. But thank you to Angela, Nina, Rhea, and Teresa for helping us on site. And of course, thank you to the volunteers that are with us almost every day at the Fringe. They're there tirelessly, giving it their all, making the Fringe happen. So here's a little video shout out to them. Microphone check. Yeah, there we go. Thank you to our volunteers. Thank you to Chris Coyne, who has made amazing tech and sound, and Haley over on the camera. Give him a round of applause. Give him a holler. And we got one more act, a Fringe favorite. We have Hunks, and they are doing their best material from Skit or Die, which you can find on YouTube. So check them out on YouTube. Follow them. Subscribe to us, keep commenting. And yeah, here is Dana Smith, Matt Nightingale, Rory Follis, and Tim Gray. Hunks.
Hey.
Whoa, hello, everybody on the internet and wherever. Thanks for sticking around. We are Hunks, the sketch group Hunks from Winnipeg. In most important to least important order, I am Matt.
I'm Rory. Nailed it.
You guys.
And I'm Dana, and that's Tim. And just so everyone knows, I got dressed first today, so Tim 100% copied me. Okay.
I did. We were in such a rush
Just
to get
to
out.
blend in with the trees on the background.
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah.
oh, what? You guys dressed the same too? These trees?
Yeah, you guys are looking a little bit crocodile hunter.
Yeah.
From what I can tell. I can't tell. You guys look very small to me. Everything's so weird right now.
I look amazing. Just look
Can we just
always
superimpose
all
Matt
look amazing.
and Dana's face on these, or Matt and Rory's face on these bushes,
On those
so
two
we can all
trees. Yeah.
be in the same together?
So this is weird. Hey, we performing supposedly for people. We can't hear them, see them, or anything. If you guys are enjoying what you're seeing, oh, you guys can? Well, we can't. So if people are enjoying what you're seeing, honk. If you're in a car, or
Go down to
if
the
you're not in a
Legend
car, if you're not in a car, definitely honk. Like if you just, and especially if you're with people outside, honk.
like a goose.
Like a goose, yeah. And if you can't do that, bring yourself to do that. Maybe start seeing somebody about that. What other ways can we receive their praise? You can laugh into an envelope, send it our way, I guess.
Yeah.
Send it express.
Yeah,
hire a singing Elvis to laugh at us.
Yeah. Clap into a bottle and chuck it in the ocean.
That's how I met my wife.
That's how you gave your wife the clap. Hey.
All right. It was only 2 minutes until we
not even.
started.
Rory, how are you floating in the ether?
I know this. Look, I put up a blackout curtain back here because it's definitely not just a cluttered office / art studio / storage space on the other side of this black curtain.
That's hilarious because we've done,
I know.
I don't know, we've done like 20 live stream shows, and just now you decide to care.
And you know what? It was so easy. It took me like 2 minutes.
Yeah, previously your underwear would be on a clothesline
For
behind
sure.
you.
Yeah.
Not even drying from being washed, just you
That's
put it
where they
there.
go.
Just a pair of boots on my chair.
Because you refuse to buy a dresser.
On principle.
Yeah.
On principle. Refuse to support big dresser. So it's been a while since I've seen you guys. Like what, a day?
At least a day.
How's your guys' day going?
But happy Fringe.
Yeah. Happy Fringe for sure.
Fringe.
I was thinking about today some of my fondest memories of doing the Fringe Festival with our sketch group. One of my favorite years is when we got to perform at the Warehouse Theater, which is like, such a rare opportunity for a comedy group to get to perform in such a beautiful theater like that. And we had a really fun bit to start the show off where we kind of faked out the audience to make them think that everything was going wrong, right? Like we had a video fail, and then we would run out and be like, oh no, I guess we have to entertain you somehow. And one of my favorite bits to do for those shows was I had a yo-yo, and I set up the yo-yo so that the string would detach from the yo-yo as soon as it went down. So it looked like one thing failing after the other. So I'd come out and I'd throw the yo-yo down, and on the big, long warehouse stage, if I did it just right, which I think most of the time I got it right.
Yeah.
It's pretty hard to not get it right, but you managed, didn't you?
I certainly did. But I would throw the yo-yo down, and then it would roll across the stage and go to the wings on the other side. But one of the shows, I went to do the yo-yo, and the yo-yo went down and came back up. The yo-yo worked.
The yo-yo fixed itself.
Yeah.
I think as what happens sometimes, other performers are sharing the space, and somebody must have went to go play with the yo-yo, and then it came off the string, and they're like, "Oh no, I broke this yo-yo."
That's 100% what happened. Absolutely, for sure.
For sure.
I've never been so upset with something working.
Everything's going right. Ben, one of my favorite memories was performing at the Warehouse as well. I remember I grabbed my trusty jar of mayonnaise and headed down there.
Make sure it was nice and warm.
Anyways, you all know the story.
I think my favorite Fringe memory is.
That's what it was. Okay. I'm just slow on the take.
Oh.
What?
The time someone did a mayonnaise enema for a Fringe show.
It wasn't actually me.
Sure.
Yeah, we know.
You just did that on the outdoor stage.
Kids Fringe.
I think my favorite memory is we were performing at Wee Johnny's, which has become our home base. And if you've seen the movie The Prestige, what's his name?
Christian Bale. No, the other guy.
Not Christian Bale, the other guy, Hugh Jackman. He develops this trick where a lookalike, he disappears into a box, and a lookalike of his comes out and receives the applause because, that's the big trick. And so Hugh Jackman's never around to receive the applause for the brilliant trick that he developed. And we sort of had a similar thing where I would pretend to hitchhike with my pants down at Wee Johnny's, and then a car would pull up on screen, and then I would walk out off stage and out the door beside the screen, and then me on video would walk into the screen with my pants down, but I was busy running around the building to get back into the building, and apparently it worked every time, but I was never there to receive the prestige the prestige of having your pants down and making several people laugh
Yeah, but Matt, we never told you this, but before they laughed, they all went, "Oh!"
No, you told me before they're like, who's that guy?
No. They're like, oh, look at that guy's gross butt.
Yeah.
That's that's the front?
They always said that. One person. There was one person.
That's how we promoted the show. You won't believe the weed.
We got front wings. We got back wings.
So today, what's that?
I was gonna say, I think that one of my favorite Fringe memories is like not a specific one, but like that general feeling of like being in the porta potty. And I have a tendency to always wear onesies. And so I would say several times a week at the Fringe, I would just be fully nude in there, as any woman who's want to have it.
Yeah. And there's way too many bees.
No, I brought those bees. There's the right amount.
These are my
Sorry, I think
bees.
I left my bees in there.
So today what we're doing is throughout the lockdown and during COVID, Hunks had performed Skid or Die, which is a show that we do usually at Wee Johnny's. It's a sketch comedy showcase, but instead we did it online and we showcased a bunch of our pals from around the world doing sketches, and then we do some funny stuff in between. And so we're going to do the best of what we did on Skid or Die during the COVID lockdown. The first is it has to do with the news. The news has been so depressing, hasn't it, guys?
Real depressing.
Real depressing since about 2016, actually. I'm not going to lie, but it really ramped up. It really ramped up. What's that?
It's on a real hot streak.
It's on a real hot streak. Yes, this is the 93 Bulls of bad news. But the problem is, like, you got to keep up on the news if you're a responsible citizen, but it depresses you.
Yeah.
So, but I think that we can have the news. They just need to put a more positive spin on these depressing headlines instead of, extra, glass half empty. How about breaking news, glass half full?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So,
a spoonful of sugar, please.
A spoonful of sugar. So we have some headlines that I think we can spin in a positive way. This is called glass half full headlines. So here's an example. The first one off the top. Here's a headline that you might see: man robbed at gunpoint. Ugh. Yeesh. That's a bummer, and that's scary, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's, I think, a positive way to put that. Okay, instead of man robbed at gunpoint, how about man gains pretty cool story to tell at party? Right?
Much better, much happier.
Much better, yeah. I'd stick around for that story.
Yeah.
That guy's probably hanging out in the kitchen right beside the fridge.
Yeah, he's in your way. You have to hear the story anyway.
Yeah, I'm so sick of hearing this story, man. Just want to get a drink. Here's another one, headline from November 22nd, 1963. President Kennedy shot. Big news. You can't avoid that. Yeah. President Kennedy shot. Here's how I think you make that a little more positive. How about everybody but President A-OK? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how it is.
Yeah.
We're all gonna pull through this. It's just the one guy who's not.
Right. The information is still there.
Information's still there.
Details.
Yeah.
Sure, he was an important guy, I guess. But we're all important. We're all important people.
Yeah. Grassy knoll.
Yeah, that's right. How about this one from 2003? The original headline is 13-year-old girl loses left arm in shark attack. Yikes.
Yeah.
You're not getting that back. Here's a 13-year-old girl loses left arm in shark attack. Here's a positive way to put that. 13-year-old slashes glove budget in half.
Oh, yeah.
Saving money. What are you going to spend that money on? Maybe another surfboard or something.
Yeah.
Here's another one. September 11th, 2001. World Trade Towers collapse. Come on. How are you going to make that positive? How about majority of buildings in New York still standing, study finds. Right?
Studies support it.
Yes, this is fact-based.
Matt, are you
Yeah.
are you a conspiracy theorist who thinks that was pre-planned and the newspaper already had the headline ready to go on September 11th?
You know what, man? I am such a conspiracy theorist. Whenever somebody says that the Twin Towers was a controlled demolition, I say, no, man, that's all a conspiracy. They're still standing.
You're a 9/11 denier?
I'm a 9/11 denier. It never happened. Okay, original headline. Climate change forces thinning polar bear mother and cub into nearby town. Global warming. Ugh, it's so sad.
So sad.
How about this as a positive spin? Single mom loses weight is new in town. It's Stella got her groove back for bears.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Okay. I'm getting a little pushback from you guys on that one. All right. Here's the last one. I could have used this as a kid. January 28th, 1986. Headline: Space Shuttle Challenger explodes seconds after liftoff. Gosh. I think a positive way to put that would be NASA hiring. Right? Job creation. Etc. So that's glass half full headlines. I think we've got a future in news, you guys.
Yeah,
I think
definitely.
too.
we should start our own
Publication.
website.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Naked news.
The naked news.
Yeah.
So let's see.
speaking of,
Dana,
yeah.
you bring something?
I brought something, something that's very near and dear to my heart. See, today I brought with me my grandpa's old piranha that he gave to me. Yes, he gave me.
Your dead grandpa.
Grandpa? But you're dead.
I've come to warn you in the form of this fish. I've come to warn you about the future, Dana. Oh, well, it's a terrible, terrible pandemic is headed your way.
A pandemic is headed our
Yes, it's called the H1N1 virus, and it's horrible. It's deadly. It'll kill 12,000 people,
Certainly
probably.
more than that. But Grandpa, you're a little bit late on that. There was already a pandemic. I said there was already a pandemic.
What year is it?
It's 2020.
Oh, I'm 11 years too late, I
Yes,
guess.
you're 11 years too late.
No matter. I can also warn you about another thing in the future, Dana. They're coming your way. It's about Kobe Bryant.
Oh, yeah, he died.
What? Kobe died?
Yeah, you didn't listen?
I was just going to tell you about his Academy Award. I didn't. How did it? Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Good Lord. Ugh, why did you tell me that?
I'm sorry.
I could have.
Are you okay?
No, I'm not okay. God.
Well,
here.
At least you can just look forward to the Game of Thrones series finale, eh? That'll probably be good. Probably uphold all the expectations. Huh? Yeah. Anyway, I best get out of here. I'll see you soon.
What does that mean? All right. Well, looks like
Leaving
I'm dying
us?
soon.
Yeah. Dana, your grandpa's ghost is from the future, but 5 years ago?
11 years ago.
11 years ago.
A future past ghost, Grandpa.
Time traveling ghost Gramps.
Can only travel so far.
It's buried behind all his news.
Gets most of his news from coffee news. So one of my favorite things that happened during the lockdown is people really took to social media and they were sharing things that really influenced them in their lives. And Rory, I think you got in on that action a little bit.
Yeah. You remember it was going around, everyone was sharing their top 10 albums. This was, back when Tiger King was super popular. So like 100
we
years.
were so young then.
100 years ago, at least, when that's all anyone could talk about.
We were so young.
So I made my own list of top 10 albums that influenced me. You guys want to hear them?
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
I bet you some of them are the same as mine, but go ahead.
Oh, for sure. We have very similar taste in music. All right. So number 10 was The Ballad of the Greasy Strangler by Bob Dylan. Classic. Number 9 was Big Dump City by the Big City Dumpers.
My Uncle Ron's in that one.
Oh, really? Cool. Number 3 was Ass Police by Garth Brooks.
That was about my mom.
He used his real name on that one?
He did, yeah. That wasn't a Chris Gaines album.
Okay.
Number 4 was Denim Melter by the Louisiana Diaper Heist. Number 5. Wait, I'm getting the order all mixed up. It doesn't matter. The next one is Man Rodeo by Meatloaf. Number 4? I don't know.
Let's say 4.
Yeah, sure. Candlelight Sonata by the Jizz Pickles. Next one is Two in the Bush by Ugly Deborah and the Handsome Queefs. Number 3 is Jet Ski Princess by Backdoor Dracula. Number 2 is Fuck by U2. And my number one most influential album of all time is Slam Dunk in the Maternity Ward and Other Poems by Kelsey Grammer. That's just
Man, you must have had a struggle with your parents getting them to buy you those albums. Those all definitely had parental guidance labels on the front.
You know what? The only one that didn't was Candlelight Sonata by the Jizz Pickles. That one was all ages.
Yeah, that was their controversial clean album.
Yeah, exactly.
Good old JPs.
Yeah, that's just a little bit about me.
Sometimes I feel like I hardly know you.
I know.
Yeah. So another one of my favorite things from Skid or Die during quarantine was we got to be on a part of a brand new show that launched. Tim, why don't you tell everybody what this show was?
I'd love to tell you about it. So it's a show that went into development pretty early in the quarantine era.
Yeah, some might say too early.
I would say too early.
Well, people said it's like they perfect timing on it, but
nobody said that.
It's a big TV show being developed that we got to be a part of. in terms of we got to be the first ones to kind of do a table read of it.
Yeah.
The writers all work remotely, and it's people from all over the world, all the top writers. You got Kelsey Grammer, you got Shia
Known
Twain.
for his writing.
Yeah, all the big writers are attached to this project, and we got to see the scripts first. So it's all through me and my contacts. I got a lot of contacts, ever since I stopped wearing glasses.
You're a real mover and shaker.
Yeah.
That's right. So this is the show is called Quarantine Wolf.
Yeah.
Quarantine Wolf.
Yeah.
And we did 2 seasons of Quarantine Wolf. And I reached out to the writers. I said, do you think you could come up with a new script that we can read? So the rest of Hunks are all seeing the script, seeing the script for the very first time. Right now, we're all going to read it with fresh eyes. And
I gotta say, I'm nervous.
Did we put a parental advisory on our segment? We probably should have, but
we should have like 20 minutes ago. We
for
should've.
sure.
But it's all too late now. So let's jump into it. So,
now they know about jizz pickles.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they have to read this. That's part of the rules. And okay, so let's jump into it. This is the reunion episode for Quarantine Wolf. Okay.
Does it take place 10 years in the future or right away?
Rory, you don't need to answer those questions because the script is never not answered a question, right?
Yeah, never one. No threads left untied.
Absolutely. Okay. Quarantine Wolf is filmed without a live studio audience in sunny Winnipeg, Manitoba, the Hollywood of the North. Let's get to know the characters.
Hi, I'm Rory, and I'm a character actor who plays multiple roles throughout the series, each character dumber than the last. Each character meets an untimely and predictable death.
Hi, I'm Matt, and I play Moosey Lucy, a character on Quarantine Wolf. I'm the star quarterback with a temper as short as my... Never mind. People think I'm the dumb one, but I'm also a fast runner.
Hi, I'm Dana, and I play the strong female character, heroically written by a feminist man. Sure, I've got a rockin' hot body with a butt you can break a nickel on. But I'm also top of my class and a professional frisbee golfer.
Hi, I'm Tim, and I play Quarantine Wolf, also known as Dink Dink, also known as Dink Dink Truthers. When the moon comes out, I turn into a werewolf. Also, I go to high school class. I skateboard competitively, and I work at the dump.
I forgot he worked at the dump.
We take you now to the 10-year reunion of high school class, where the stars of the show meet in the gymnasium. Guess what? Guess what, everyone? Dink Dink has arrived.
Dink Dink! Nice! Looks like it's just the 3 of us who showed up.
Oh, dang.
That's exactly what I said.
Dana, is that you?
Yeah, it is. It's me, Dana.
I almost didn't recognize you because you don't stink like poop anymore.
I know. My family sold that hog farm, so I don't waddle through piggy poop every day to get to school and stuff.
Do you like that?
This is really whistle. Break it up. Whistle. The principal is here. Hey, there we go. I got one.
Nice.
Wait, didn't we see you die, Mr. Principal?
Please. D. Mr. Principal was my German father. You can call me Steve. Also, I sure did die, but I came back to life, all thanks to the power of Facebook. Thank you.
Thank you, Facebook.
Well, it sure has been 10 years since we were all together.
That's what we were just saying.
No way.
Yeah, way.
Matt, what have you been up to these past 10 years?
Oh, you know.
Right. Okay.
Hey, Dana, what have you been up to?
Well, I went to McGill University and I did so good in my first year, they made me president of the university.
Right on.
But then I did so bad in the second year that they demoted me to vice janitor.
Oh, no.
But then I beat up the crusty old dean in the parking lot after school one day, and they gave me 2 years of probation.
Oh, okay.
Rory, Principal Steve, what have you been up to?
Well, I got that butt thing checked out. It turns out I just sat on some pennies for too long. And that pretty much brings us up to this morning when I arrived here.
Dink Dink, what have you been up to?
Jeez, what haven't I been up to?
Matt.
I don't know. I'm not a mime reader.
Speaking of mime reading, I did travel through Europe for a bit. I met the werewolf of Paris. Pretty cool dude. Taught me how to play oboe poorly. Oh, and I competed in a few X Games.
Cool. I love extreme sports games.
No, I mean Cindy's games. That's my ex. Her games. My ex's games. Mostly bocce ball. And skeet shooting.
Did you ever get remarried?
No, we stayed divorced. But I did marry a different woman named Dana with a J.
Isn't it crazy to think 10 years ago, we were all just graduating high school and we had our whole lives ahead of us?
Bang! Huge explosion.
Oh no! He's here!
Who's here?
Mega Bong, your arch nemesis from high school class.
What does he want?
To kill the quarantine wolf.
When does he want it?
Now!
Just when I thought I was out of the beaten up bad guys game, they pull me back in. Well, so be it. Matt, you got that football ready?
Aruga!
Dana, you got that computer ready?
Typing, hacking.
Rory, you ready to die?
Hell yeah, brother!
I call into assembly the League of Extraordinary Werewolf Associates. Once more unto the breach, my dear friends. Once more. As the gang jumps into action, the cinder block gymnasium wall explodes behind them, killing Rory immediately. Free frame. Will the Quarantine Wolf Associates defeat the evil Megabong once and for all? Will they make new friends along the way? Will the group finally learn how to file their own taxes? All this and not a single thing else on the season 3 premiere of Quarantine Wolf.
All right. Hopefully that gets picked up for a first season. That does it for us, I think, guys. It was a blast seeing you guys. We're going to be at Rumors Comedy Club next week, and
And remember, Kelsey Grammer wrote that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Shania Twain.
Cool. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks.
All right, what a show. You need to move over. I need to get in here so I can drop the microphone. This is what a comedy. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Hunks. That was an amazing script. That could be like a Harry S. Rintoul Award winner, maybe.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's legit.
A heads up.
It is
we're
original.
married, so we're allowed to do this.
Yeah, that's a bubble there. That's
That's
a bubble. But thank you very much for joining us. Thank you for co-hosting.
Thanks for
having
you. Guys are unbelievably unbelievable. Tomorrow we have an amazing lineup. We have Devin Moore or Less, presented by Devin Moore. We have Rocco and Nakota, Tales from the Land, an excerpt by Josh Landadock. Tonight, presented by Joseph Hurd Productions. The Schleps and Camp COVID, presented by One Trunk Theater, who's also here co-hosting with me. Virtual Fringe Fantasy. We have Old Man Dad Rock, presented by Corey Rojic. We have an amazing feeling out there. It's like the beer tent. We have actors and writers and volunteers all out there having a good time. So I got all the good feels right now. And we have a special presentation by the Fringe Performer Cabaret to finish it off. That's how we're going to finish off our Fringe. Last day, join us. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to comment. Subscribe on YouTube. Follow them on YouTube with their online content. And we'll be back tomorrow with you virtually.
Love you.
Love you.